Hey man, you have the mic.
Hello.
Hello there. Hello. Okay, he didn't like my voice, maybe? Or maybe just disconnected. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Probably he didn't like my voice. What about you, Sufyan Ali?
Hi, bro. How's it going?
It's going okay. How about there?
Oh, it's good. I don't understand the topic I'm talking about.
You don't understand it.
Morality.
Okay, if you don't understand that means you're not suitable for the topic.
Maybe I don't know this word in English. If you can explain
It's okay.
a little
No.
bit, maybe I get it.
You can stay here if there'll be some other people. Maybe you can learn what does it mean, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. We have Mansour Ahmed. Hello, Mansour. 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 Okay.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I am fine. Where are you from?
Uh, from Moon.
What? Sorry?
Moon.
Noon?
Oh, fuck me, God.
Okay, I don't understand.
It's okay, man. Like, and it's not important. You should know that.
Okay, okay. Uh, write your country. Right here.
I did. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe you're blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Your country. Country.
Bye bye. Take care. We have Jack. Hi, Jack. Let's share the link on YouTube. This is the link, people. If you want to discuss about the topic, this is the link. Okay, yeah, the link is there. We have Jamal. Hello, Jamal.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, Matt.
How are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
Uh, Thanks for asking.
So, did
Mm-hmm.
you see the topic of this room?
Where does morality come from, God and human?
Yeah, this is our topic today.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I will reply. Okay?
Take your time.
Thank you.
Hi, Dart. Welcome. Questioner, welcome. We have Shik left. Okay. We're waiting for a second. Let's see. For a second. I was in a dilemma before joining the room because there is a Christian guy with the topic Jesus only can forgive you. Oh, really? Only Jesus can forgive you. Really? Okay. Hey, Jesus, I ask for forgiveness. Jamal, you have the mic. You don't have to raise your hand.
Okay, so you asked that morality comes from God or from human. I think it comes from God because God tell us like right and wrong. It was defined by the God. Human just learned the morality through the actions, through the religions, like as Quran tell us about it. So I think the morality comes from God. We
Mm-hmm.
just learn. We just learn.
Okay. So far, all you said is your belief, and
Up.
and I don't
Uh-huh.
think it's true. Like, how can you prove that what you believe is true? If it's false, that
Uh,
means like everything comes from humans.
okay, okay. You say that everything is comes from human. I can prove it, bro. Don't
If
worry
you're
about it. Like I
false,
define. I will explain. I explain.
okay.
Have you ever like know about the Quran? Have you know about the Quran?
Yeah, I know about
Like have
Quran, and
you studied the Quran?
probably I know Quran better than you know.
Okay, so you know, like okay, that's cool. So how you say like I think in Quran we should like all the things are explained step by step. So I think it is a book that God
False,
gifted us.
false,
So
and you're proving that you have never read Quran. So in Quran, not everything has been mentioned. You should know that. That's simple. Quran doesn't mention everything. Quran mention a lot of things, but not everything. So, and the second problem is just because, like, there's an explanation, that doesn't mean explanation is true, or that doesn't mean that explanation comes from a God. I can explain some things in a book. I can say, oh, this is also from God. That doesn't mean it's from God, right? But it's explanation. It's an explanation. I can explain the things that Quran didn't explain, and I can say, hey, these are new ones. God send it to me and take it. He would say, no, I don't believe in that.
bro, we don't believe in those guys and those person. Like it was
Yeah,
proof.
that's what I said. You wouldn't believe in it. And I also don't believe in you. The same reason.
Okay, okay. I know you don't believe me, but just I give my idea, my opinion here. Like
Understand, but
morality is completely from God. I just like
mhm.
contributing myself in your topic. Like I want to know about it. That's why.
Yeah. But again, like you just said that it's coming from my God and this is your belief. This is what you believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
because God gives principle, truth, justice, kindness.
This is also
Human
what you
just
believe.
understand.
This is
Uh,
also what you believe. You
uh,
didn't prove it. You didn't prove a God exists.
humans understand and just apply them in daily life. Believe
Yeah,
me.
you can understand other books and you can apply them also to yourself. But that doesn't mean whatever you read is from a God. That doesn't mean it's from a God.
I think we have like the power, like we have the brain to think and know like what is good or what is
Exactly.
bad for us.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We have the brain. We can understand what is good for us, what is bad for us. Yes, exactly. That's
So
my
I
point.
said it is a source like God just provide a source and
This is
mhm.
belief. This is the belief part. And this is the part we do not agree. So you believe a God exists, you believe that God sent a book, you believe that God sent the right rules or whatever. You believe in all those things, but that doesn't mean any of them is true.
Maybe just because maybe it's for you, but from my opinion, like it was true by the way. Like in the Holy Quran book, you like there is uh, the whole explanation uh, like how to spend your life.
And again, it doesn't mean it comes from a God.
Yeah, I know. Like
Oh, very good.
our people,
So if not from
like we
God,
don't
then
um,
from who?
listen to me. Listen to me. Like if we don't, like we don't, like I said, we have a power like to understand what are the
And I
things. Like there's a lot
said,
of books, millions,
I
millions of
agree.
books. There's a millions of books we can
I
study.
agree with you.
But we have the brain. Like we have know what is
I
good and what is
agree
bad.
with
So.
you. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. That's why you don't need a God to understand how you should live your life. Why? Because you have the power, as you said, you have the brain, you have the understanding, then you can decide how to live.
I already explained that it was the source, bro. It was the source, like
You don't know that it's the
provided.
source. Like, yeah, like people are using the Quran as a source, but that doesn't mean this source is coming from God. It doesn't mean. Books are written by humans, and most likely Quran has been written by a human or humans. So that means those rules are also coming from humans.
And no, we know like hurting other is wrong because we can feel their pain.
Mhm. So again, you're not talking about God here. You're talking about human abilities. Like humans are intelligent. We understand what's good, what's bad for us.
Yep, right.
Yep. So, hey, Doomslayer, welcome back.
So I think here is the point is that like morality may come from both God and humans.
Uh, to be able to
Like
say
God
that
provide
it comes
basic,
from God, you have to prove that a God exists. You have to prove that God is
like
communicating with us and sending those rules. You didn't prove any of
like
those things.
God provides basic principles like justice, honesty, and kindness. And human use reason and experience to apply this principle in real life, as I already mentioned. For example, like religion teaches us kindness, but humans decide how to apply it in modern situations.
Again, you can take any book and you can apply those things, whatever it's written, into your life in any time. You can do that. Again, we humans are intelligent. We can adapt things. We can improve things. We can interpret things. Yes, we have the ability. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Like human can also made the morality.
Uh, So if humans can create those rules, can create morality, then you don't need a god.
Okay, okay. It's from I think it's from your opinion, but I think we need a God. By the way, like we have already those principles, those like that we apply. Like it was already present for us.
Yeah, but like, well, there are many books. They are also present, and they're written by humans.
So, any any of those books would you like to share with me? Like
Many
I want to
books,
compare it.
many books, like
Like
the millions of books, as you said,
so,
and
I
they are present. They were there.
which which was earlier, like which was
Doesn't
earlier,
matter.
like
Doesn't matter. There are millions of books, man, and they were ready when you were born. There were millions of books when you were born.
oh, okay, okay.
But again, it doesn't mean they come from a god.
So as you mentioned here, like it was like live on YouTube. So you shared the link with me if you don't mind. I want to check.
Type my name, Philosopher, and you will find it. Okay.
Okay, I think there's a lot of philosophers. So
Nope. No,
if you
no. Look
send me
at
the
look at the
link,
name. Look at the name. That there aren't many philosophers.
oh, philosopher,
Yeah,
okay.
just copy paste it. Okay.
Okay, just give me a second. I want to check it. I think there's a
Mhm.
lot of people, so you can ask from those guys like what was their opinion. So
Yeah, we will ask if there will be other people. We keep asking.
okay, you're live by the way.
That's what it says, right? This room is live on YouTube now.
Mhm.
That was the message. Welcome, Albert. Ba, 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 ha, ha. Yeah, that's the problem. We don't have good evidence to think that the book came from a god. We even don't have good evidence that even a god exists. But even if a god exists, that doesn't mean God is sending rules. Yep, people. So. Hey, Flusober, from what I think, morality evolves with the changes and evolution. Society and civilization look at the past before conquering was normal, racism was normal, people kept slaves and it was seen as fine. There are still people that they think slavery is fine, man. And child marriages, still there are many people they think it's okay. But then look at today as people change technology, knowledge. Sure, things are changing, man. I agree. I definitely agree with you. Things are changing.
So, philosopher man, like you think that morality is not given, it is discovered and improved by humans, right?
That's what you think?
I don't think so. But there is not like a proof nowadays in my me. If I got the proof, then I'll tell you.
Okay, when you get the proof, please tell me.
Yeah, when I get.
Okay. Thank you, man. What was your name? Jamil. Thanks for joining,
What,
Jamil.
what, what?
Yep, we have Shiwan. And yeah. Hello, Shivan. Let's give the mic. Let's see. Ba ba da ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Mhm. Satyam Srivastawa. Ooh. Hello, Satyam. Sati. Hello, Sati. Okay. Sati doesn't want to speak also. And oh, Jamil is back.
I have a question, bro.
Okay.
Like, does morality depends on human limitations?
What do you mean?
Like, human make mistakes, follow desires, and can justify bad actions. So it will depend on this or not.
Still don't understand your question.
Like, morality needs a perfect authority, right?
Morality needs a perfect authority. Or what does that mean also? That's a
Oh my God,
claim.
I don't know. I think you don't get my question.
That's a claim, not a question. Morality needs a perfect authority is a claim. And I even don't understand what you
Mm,
mean by that, but whatever what you mean, you have to prove this statement.
uh, okay, I don't know why
Hmm.
you don't
So
get me,
humans are
but
not perfect, as questioner says in the chat box. So, and if the rules are coming from humans, then we can't say the rules are perfect, right? We can wish for perfect rules. We can wish. We can hope to have perfect rules, but that doesn't mean we have or we will have perfect rules. And when it comes to perfect rules, I think there will be a lot of subjectivity here. I don't think even we can decide what is a perfect rule. So some people can say, oh, no, 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 I don't think this rule is a perfect one. Someone can say, oh, this one is a perfect one. And you can say, oh, I don't think so. So discussing what is a perfect rule may be even, unnecessary because it's subjective. But if we believe that there are such things, let's suppose we believe that there are perfect rules or there can be, since we are not perfect humans, and and when we don't have perfect rules, probably don't think we have perfect rules right now. That doesn't mean it will be the case in the future. You can only hope for that. You can wish for that. And that's why people say, oh, the rules are perfect. Why? Because it comes from someone perfect. You know what? God. That's fine. Take these rules. Don't look at the human rules because they are not perfect. Yeah, but those rules that you're bringing, I don't think they're perfect also. You claim that they're coming from a God. That doesn't mean they're coming from a God. Even if they're coming from a God, still that doesn't mean those rules are perfect. Many people can disagree with these rules, even if that's the case that there is a God and God sent those rules. Someone can say, I don't think that those are perfect rules.
Yeah, bro, like every law needs a lawmaker, right?
What?
Like every law needs a lawmaker.
And we make the laws, right?
Yeah, yeah, we'll make the laws, right?
Lawmaker. We make love. I mean, we make law. We make those things. So happy Moon's Day. Okay. Happy Moon's Day. Yeah, darn, that's what I said. So maybe time to jump. Thanks for one more time, Jamil. Like, do you have other questions? If not, I'm gonna change
Um,
the room.
okay. There's nothing special in my mind now.
Okay, cool. Thank you one more time.
Okay, you're
So,
welcome.
people, there will be a fresh room. The topic is the same. So, if you're staying here, take care. If you're coming back, welcome. See you. Adios. So, this is the second room, people. We had a small chat with Jamil. He believed that the rules are coming from Allah, but he couldn't prove it. So, we have oh, questioner, Doomslayer. Welcome back, people. And there will be the fresh link here. This is the link, people, to join. Yeah, the topic is on your screen. Where does morality come from? God or humans? So, Ricky, welcome. Um, Dart Gently, welcome back. You want to say hi to the chat, Dart Gently? That's up to you. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, that's okay. Bon Eric, where's your fate? Blessing all. Blessing to you also. So, mm, da, 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 people, our topic, where does morality come from? And we have two answers here: humans or God. If you think something else, then okay. I mean, we can check that answer also. Yeah, you see, someone says unicorns. We can check that answer also. So, yeah, let's don't make it like a false dichotomy here. Maybe there are people who believe that it comes from somewhere else. Welcome, Britic. And kids love Satan 34. So, people, raise your hand or type in the chat box if you want to speak about the topic. And Box, are you a bot or what? You asked the same question yesterday and you got your answer. Okay. No one in the room wants to talk about the topic. Ooh. Someone wants to know each other. But anyway, did I refresh the link? My terrible memory. Albert, welcome. Yeah, I have a terrible memory, Dart. Enkit. Dangre. Hello, Enkit.
What do you mean by morality?
What do I mean by morality?
Yeah.
If
Can
you're
you
asking
explain
this
brief about
question,
that?
if you're asking this question, I feel like we cannot have a discussion here. So I want to spend my time with the people that I think that I can have a discussion. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You can stay in the room. Maybe you can learn it. You know, I mean, in a different way. So Chixie here. Welcome, Chixie. Uh, so for the records, Phantom, thank you so much. Phantom analyzed the chat and he thinks that there was a mistake about banning Gilberto. So he might be back. Please wait. I mean, before taking any action, don't think that it's another account. But sure, if you think, moderators, that something is going off the road, oh, you guys can ban him again. But yeah, that's just news. Um, yes, I can use this one also. So, people. We have many people in the room. We have Sarwar, we have Aryan, we have Medina. Oh, Jamil is back. So, people, today's topic: did morality come from God or humans? Click the link to call in. Phone up stars. And that's Sarwar Hastama. Bam, 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 bam. Please don't mention about exams. I have some exams. AK. AK. Let's try AK. Hello, AK. I hope you joined the room
Yeah, hi.
knowing the topic. Hi. Did you check the topic before you joined?
I do.
You do? Okay, that's great. So, what do you think? Where does morality come from?
I was here for listening, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. I hope you
Yeah.
can find a conversation that you can enjoy. We have AT. Okay. After AK, we have AT. Hey, AT. What about you? Do you know the topic here?
No, I'm just coming here first time, I think.
First time?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's not an excuse, but I understand.
Yeah, I just joined now. I'm just reading the topic that we are on live.
Yeah, that's the welcome message, to be honest. So, yeah, it's about morality. Where does morality come from? That's our topic. Up to you.
Okay.
If you want, we can discuss. If not, I'll try other people, okay?
You can continue. I'll join between.
Okay, take care. We have Krish. Hello, Krish. Krish. You have the mic, Krish.
Yo, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Here is
So,
the image.
sorry, it was my Gemini. Anyways, so what we are discussing today?
You don't read the topic?
No, I can't read it actually. I'm too drunk to see anything.
Okay, let me read it for you. It says, where does morality come from? God or humans?
No. Damn! I just want to know why your profile picture says sober.
Okay. You can learn that if that's the only thing that you want here. Seemingly that was. But seemingly you were not even interested in that because you fucking left. What a liar. Anyway, so we have the topic, we have the people, we don't have the discussion. That's the only thing that's missing here. So, people, where does morality come from? God or humans? My heart jumped out of my chest when he shouted. That was a little bit loud. Yeah. Damn. So okay. What do we have? What do we have? We have Zeno. Da-da-da-da-da. So, can I join conversation? My speaking is not good. Just begin to speak. Oh, there's one condition. Do you understand what we are saying here? English check, English check. Do you understand what we are saying here? Okay, let's try, man. Let's try. Pum, 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 pum. Sarvar.
Hello, brother.
Hello, man.
What's up?
Nothing much here. How about there?
Same.
The same. Okay. So you see the topic, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so what's your
I,
answer?
I think morality comes from God, but it also depends on humans' behavior, I think.
Depends on human behaviors. Okay, why do you think it comes from God? And you're listening me on TV or what?
On my earbuds,
It doesn't sound like an earbud, like your audio's echoing a lot.
because Fazıl Can Rustamov,
What?
another listener, is Fazıl Can Rustamov, another guest,
Another guest? What do you mean?
another what roommate
Okay.
or
Oh, your
what?
roommate was like listening. That's what I said. Okay. Now I don't hear the echo. That's okay. So, hmm. Oh, fuck. So, why do you believe that morality comes from a god?
I think it's because of my religion.
Okay. And you think your religion is true, right?
Yes,
Okay. But I don't believe that there's a god. I don't believe that there are rules coming from a god.
it's okay.
It's okay.
There's billions of religions, and every people think that they are following true religion.
Wow, that's a good point. So, if everyone thinks that they're following the right religion, don't you think that means probably many of them are following the false religion? Or you have to
Yeah,
believe that all religions are true at the same time, which
yeah.
is
Uh,
illogical also. Or you can say, hey, wait a second, some religions are true and some religions are false. Hmm. Okay, that's also weird, but anyway.
it's very difficult to to discuss for me, but I think um, I think there is only one true religion.
Okay. Okay.
There was only one true religion, but people change it and adjusted the one religion, and they are
Why do you think so? I mean, like,
uh,
why do you think that in the first place there was a religion, true religion? How do you know that?
how can I prove that to you,
Hmm.
or how can I?
Yeah.
Mm, oh, my speaking is not good. When I try to speak, I forgot words. I freeze.
Hmm. I don't think that's the case. Your English is really good, man. Well, what happens? Probably you don't talk about these topics that much, and maybe you don't know what to say. So, do you speak other languages?
No, I
Only
only speak
English
my
and
native,
your native
mm,
tongue. Okay.
yeah, my native language and only English.
Okay. Okay. I thought somehow you know Russian, but seemingly you don't know. Anyway.
Yes, I knew, but not much.
Oh, which one is better, your English or Russian?
My English, I think.
Okay. What about your roommate?
He's my brother.
Your brother knows English better than you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. I'm just trying to help, but seemingly we don't have many options here. But anyway, thanks for trying. Yeah, you're doing good, man. Like, keep trying, keep talking, and yeah, don't give up. So, people, we are gonna change the room again. Oh, Woden Sam, please, 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 like, don't say that. Anyway, take care, man. And people, new room, new chance. Leave it there, Jay. So, let's create the room and let's jump. And let me adjust the room. Then I will share the link, people. And I believe it's okay if I share it just a little bit later. Because, yeah, we don't have many people from YouTube. This is the new link, people. Topic is what you see on the screen. And Doomslayer and Vogue. Hey, how are you, Vogue?
Good. How you doing?
Doing okay, Matt.
Hey, I hear Allah is an atheist. How'd that go yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Let me think about that. Yesterday I had
Allah
2
is
streams.
you had your first one. Allah is an atheist. How'd it go?
Oh, okay. Like nothing about the topic, and no one challenged with the statement.
Oh, okay.
But it was okay-ish. Oh, it was okay. We had mostly Muslims, but the second one was too boring. We didn't have many people, or maybe even I don't remember. We didn't have any people, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was out all morning. I couldn't join. I thought it was going to be lively. Sounds like I didn't miss a whole lot.
Oh no, don't worry. But yeah, I will keep making the statement and the, other streams. Allah is an atheist. So let's see
Okay.
who's gonna like it
Right on.
and who's gonna hate it. But anyway, oh, Voden's bellissimo, bellissimo. So we have Samash, we have Sarwar's brother, we have Mahmoud Hassan, Start Gently, and Doomslayer, and Guyver, and Amma. Okay, people, welcome. You can raise your hand if you want to have a discussion, or you can type in the chat box. But if someone is talking already, you should raise your hand so that I can get you in the queue. And people on YouTube should use the link, which is already pinned out there. If you're having difficulties with the link, try to use Google Chrome if you're not using Google Chrome, because the website is mostly compatible with Google Chrome. As I learned, it's working with other browsers also, but I don't know which ones are good. And yes, like it only accepts Gmail accounts. And be aware that it is not the one that you don't want to share with people, because when you join, it may show your name, surname, whatever your details. Some people don't like it. And yep, I joined, just I don't know about it. You don't know about what? You joined from YouTube? Samish. Samish. Okay. Now you have the mic. You can speak up. Okay. You don't know how to unmute yourself? Okay. Don't think he wants to talk. Probably, yeah. That's okay. Maybe we can have other people. So, people, the topic is morality. Where does morality come from? If you want to have a discussion, please know that we are live on YouTube and you don't have mics right now. You should ask for the mic, because if we don't do that, many people start talking at the same time, which is not good. Okay. So there's only one hand up in the air, but he doesn't want to speak. And driver, I think I answered that question already. So, yes, people. Let me check the game while people are not speaking. So, and Vogue, how you define morality, man?
So yeah, I think I'm an objective moral realist, and I think what that means is that I think there are some moral facts that are just objectively true. Okay,
Moral
like
facts
I
are
think it's
true.
always I think it's all. For example, I think it's always wrong to jump in your car drunk at night with your lights off and speed through the neighborhood ignoring the stop signs. I think that is just objectively wrong, regardless of what any other mind thinks about it. It doesn't mean
Mm,
other than that, I'm a card carrying, subjective moralist person. I think morality ultimately comes from our experiences and our partly our biological makeup as well, things that we're taught. And I'm a believer that we're biological AIs and that everyone's morality just comes out of the brain ultimately. That's my opinion.
okay. See, but in the end of the day, like, it's us humans are deciding those rules, right?
Yeah,
So how come
yeah, but
it is
I think
objective?
just because someone thinks it's okay to tear through the neighborhood and not obey the traffic laws, um, doesn't change the moral fact for me that
Yeah,
putting
but
others at
like,
risk like that is
that's the
objectively
thing.
wrong.
Like you just use the phrase moral fact, but you didn't prove it. You claim that it's a
I
moral fact.
uh,
Yeah,
I think
and
it's self-evident that
self-evident.
it's I think it's self-evident that it's wrong to speed through the neighborhood
Mm,
at night and ignore the stop signs. Yeah, I do. I think that's just objectively wrong. And I think it's largely semantical, but yeah. So
okay. I don't know. To me, it
That's
doesn't seem like self-evident. Uh, oops. But anyway, can I ask you some other things not related to the topic? You can ask me any question in your mind, but I'm not promising to answer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's wait for the people. Let's wait for the people. Let's wait for the people. Da, 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 da. Mhm. Not many people, huh, today? YouTube must be busy today, right? I didn't check how many lives out there. I mean, the ones that I subscribed, but there might be many. So, hmm, let's wait. Let's keep waiting. It must be a very long question. It must be a long question. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, man, you can say anything. You can ask anything. Anything. Like no limits. Must be so fucking low. What's going on here? Wow. Wow. It's like heaven. Wow. Da, da, da. I'm not. No way. No way. Hmm. I think many people had a lot of hope about the question. Okay, my view of morality evolves with society, time, and human nature. The earliest human morality was just caring for its own and raising. I think you already said the same thing, and I agree with you. I believe many rules that we have are evolving also. Dun, 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 dun. No way. Someone did that here. Oh no. Okay. Um, Type my name, Philosopher. Yeah, I bumped into another snake. So, after this snake, I'm gonna refresh the room. So, that means it's not certain. Wow, people are living Dr. Blitz for this channel. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, those are big channels and those are really good channels. There is Ian, Justin, and Blitz. So they're doing really good. Okay, Asmita, if you're not speaking, we're changing the room. Okay. Okay. Hey, Rustamov, thank you. So let's jump into another room. Fresh room. Jumping into a fresh room. Fresh room. Fresh room. Let's see. Let's see. And people, I'm sorry, I'm not reading everything in the chat. You should know that. The YouTube chat is on my third screen right now. I really hardly read it time to time. Is there any important message there, Julie? Welcome. So let me
Hey
check.
Phil, no,
Hey,
they were just saying that something happened to Blitz. I think that he got suspended for 3 days because of a user.
because of a user? Really?
From what I understood, somebody said that. I think it was Wooden Son.
Hey, Wooden Sound, what happened? We can learn some lessons. Chance we get decent colors and members. That's true. But
I can't imagine what that guy could have possibly done. I mean, he's so non-offensive. He doesn't get riled.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
I just
Okay, maybe we can get some explanation from Woodenson. Where the echo comes from? Oh, it's Woke. There's a slight echo.
Oh, I got an echo. I got my headphones on. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, people, topic is, does morality come from God or humans? If you want to discuss about the topic, you have never talked here, Doomslayer. And as we know, YouTube doesn't have that policy. But yeah, please be careful, man. That was not being careful. But anyway. uh, I'm from Brazil. Here, I'm to listen for to practice. Okay, you can. You can. And I think I pinned the link So, people, it's about morality. And yeah, if you want to discuss, either type in the chat box or raise your hand, people in the room. If you're on YouTube, you should use the pinned link. So, EK, AK, start gently. Hudson, brothers, FR and SR brothers. AA. Sachin Pandey. Okay. Sad man. Happy man, sad man, whoever, doesn't matter. The topic is. Oop, I was about to say God's existence. It's morality, people. Where does morality come from? God or humans? Please raise your hand or just type in the chat box. And if you're on YouTube, please use the link. Watson says that I believe morality is a mixture of reason, culture, and the dominant religion. In other words, God, nature, biology, evolution, and society. Okay, I was okay till you involve God. I don't agree with the God part. So, what's the evidence that a God exists? And what's the evidence that some of those rules are coming from a God? So, people, people, it's morality. People, people, it's morality.
You know what's kind of funny?
Oh, what is that?
When you don't have the morality topic, a lot of people come here to talk about morality.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, when they come with morality because they try to prove a God exists, true morality. So, still, that's on the topic. And when this is the question, again, it's gonna be about God's existence. So, in both cases, that's okay for me. But yeah, maybe it's because of Monday. Let's blame the days. Let's don't blame Full Sober how bad he's streaming. So let's don't do that. Okay. Oh, the server. Oops. Let's kill the snake. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, people. Morality. Where does morality come from? What do you think? Come on. Really? Wow. These dudes must be so hungry. Okay. So uh it says 4369. And I'm in a very dangerous spot. It's the middle. So okay, people. Our topic is morality. Where does morality come from? Where does morality come from? Dun. I'm coming, Robin Hood. So, yep. Uh, ba, 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 ba. There's so many people here, yet no one wants to speak. Yeah, that happens. That happens, unfortunately. Hoop, I was looking at the screen. Okay. So, to, to, Bye, Julie. Vogue thinks that even if there's no God, objective morals are. I mean, morals are objective. Okay. Okay, thanks for clarification. Oops.
Realism and objective morality are completely different. Objective moral realism, some through it.
Uh-oh.
It's always at more speed through the neighborhood and with your and
Vogue,
stop signs.
Vogue, if you're
Okay,
hearing me, you are breaking
subjectively
a lot.
wrong.
You should know that. Vogue. This is an emergency. Vogue. Are you there, man? You're breaking a lot.
I didn't get most of that, sorry.
Um,
I got a bad.
you got a bad. Let's fill in the gaps. I got a bad hemorrhoid. I got a bad what? I got a bad habit. I got a bad what else? I got a bad
He had
joke.
bad signal.
Okay. I got a bad dinner. I got a bad headache. Why too aggressive people? Come on. How?
You don't have a name? Your snake doesn't have a name?
Oh yeah, nameless snake.
I think I ran into it.
Really? Nameless snake. Let me change some settings after killing the snake. Because when I share the game, the audio is not there because, I'm not sharing this page. but I can solve that problem. So, hey,
Oh wait,
Aru.
you're not the LGBTQ snake anymore, right?
No, it's the gray one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gay today. So, ba, 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 pa, 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 pa. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, oh, oh. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, someone is raising their hand. If I give the mic, I'm gonna lose the snake. Lose the guest or lose the snake? Which one? With
I
who?
can give the mic if you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's the rule, Julie. Before giving the mic, just volume down so that not to hurt the ears of the people. And if things seem okay, then you can raise the volume. Oh, but the problem is when you do that, it doesn't work. It only works for you.
Wait,
So it's
yeah.
better when I give the mic. But it's okay. I think. Oh, it's not the brother. Okay. But anyway, let's try, man. Let's try.
Yeah, he has the mic. Farhan, you can talk now.
Farhan. Farhan.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Okay. I want to answer.
One thing. Are you
Can you
speaking
hear me?
now? Man, is it windy there? I don't know. It sounds like it's windy. No way.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Okay.
sounds like there's a problem. So, yeah, what's your question, man?
I want to answer this question.
Oh, you want to answer the question? Okay, go on, man. Yeah.
Okay. I think we
Did we lose him? Yeah. We have lost him. Hey, man. Maybe it's your connection. I don't know.
okay, sorry.
Okay. Anyway. Anyway. Okay. Let's wait for the people. So we're still waiting for people. We don't have many speakers today. We had maybe two Muslim guys, and it was a short one. And they were nice people. And we'll wait for other people, for other nice people. YouTube. Where does morality come from? God, humans, aliens, time travelers? I don't know. Unicorns, maybe? So Yeah, that's the question. Ooh, I found a free meal. Oops. No way. Mm. You wanna eat me, asshole? Okay, okay, okay. See you soon. I have to go, guys. Okay, take care, man. That was one of the nice guys that I was talking about. No way. I'm in a trap. I'm in a trap. Da 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 da. Hmm. What's that? Okay. So, people, I think we will need to refresh the room after the snake. And for the people who are new on the channel, we keep streaming very frequently. Our main subject is God's existence, and I am an atheist who doesn't believe in any God. Today, we are talking about morality. If you have questions, if you want to highlight your messages for some reasons, or if you want to support the channel, super chats and memberships do the job. And you can use the link to join the room if you want to talk. Welcome, new people. Dark, Naked, Flaristic. What are the other names? I don't see. That's all I see right now. And this big snake. And someone already answered in the chat box. I couldn't see. They said they were saying something about morality. Dun, 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 dun. Julie, is that you? It says rootless. Okay, it's about. Okay. Uh, okay. After the snake, people. Up. That was a tiny, very tiny snake. Killed me. Okay, new room, new chance. Let's jump. Let's jump. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. So, okay. Okay, no way. So, Doomslayer, you need to have followers, probably minimum 15, or you have to pay for it. So, two ways. You go. Royal Challengers. Okay. Whew. Where is the welcome message? This is the welcome message. So, and let's share the link also. This is the new link. Welcome back, Dart. Gently.
By the way, you're not audible, Phil.
Oh, yeah, probably I was audible on YouTube, but not here yet. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Let's look at the map. Harsh. Is always a brilliant topic. Really. That sounds like an irony to me. But anyway. No way. Leo Messi. Really? This little snake. Uh, I don't think he wants to speak, Doomslayer. That's what I guess. And he's the only one who can clarify that.
Okay, he said let's talk. Do I give him a mic?
I did it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, hi. Hi
Hey,
guys. How
hello.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
Yeah, good. So, actually, before I give you my opinion, you know, I actually want to know the like in which context we are like asking this question. And my English is not that good, so you have to bear with that. Is it okay?
Okay, first of all, I don't know how many contexts out there. Is there anything in your mind?
Hmm. Where does morality come from? I think morality is a human construct, right? Like we created morality after we created religion, but nature itself there is no morality. I think it's our construct, right?
Julie, can you take the mic?
Yeah, sure, Phil. Um, Sadly, we agree. So I don't know if this can go very far because I think that I feel the same way about this. So Do you want to expand on anything?
No, like, so then what we are asking here, like what we are discussing here.
Well, a lot of people do seem to think that their morality comes from God. So
Mhm.
yeah, so basically we would be, if there were to be a discussion, there would have to be somebody who actually believes that God exists and their morality comes from that source. But I
Hmm.
think that most people here are atheists for some reason.
Yeah, I think atheist will be aligned with their thoughts. So I think you are waiting for someone who's a religious person, so you can argue with them. But hmm.
Well, yeah, but the topic seems to attract mostly atheist people. Oh,
So you're
okay.
waiting for religion, but God is
Well,
also religion.
Leo Messi seems to think that God is our creator, so probably morality comes from God. Do you want a mic? Okay, great. And that's the problem, that believers don't seem to want to talk about their God. So how would you justify your morality, Arsh?
As I told you, morality is a human construct. We need that to maintain the order in the society. So for that purpose, we need at like some kind of morality. So we don't like eat each other and kill each other to only sustain a society, right? But the morality that religious people talk about, that actually far more stretched, right? So I don't think that we need to in our society, like the strictness and the I don't know the word. Yeah, I mean the little bit morality we need so we can sustain the society, the order.
So without moral objectivity, everything we do is just context bound. I mean, it's only because our cultural momentum, you would say. But what if the scenario was different? Um, let's think about a post-war or post-apocalyptic scenario where everything would change. Do you think that you would be able to hold onto your same principles?
That's very interesting, Kasha. I mean, you're trying to say when there is like a situation for survival, right? For individual survival, then morality will change. Of course, everybody tend to will prioritize protecting their family first, right? Then morality will change according to their conveniences, right? That is true, actually. Unfortunately, that will happen because we can obviously going to protect our family first, and then other society second. So yeah.
So you would think, for example, that it would be morally justified to, let's say, get rid of a member of your group that is slowing other people down for some reason. Let's say that they are disabled in some way, and you could say, if we keep carrying this person around, we're going to risk more people's lives. Would it be ethically correct to just take them out of the picture if they are dragging other people down? And I'm asking this because we just had somebody who is a moral objectivist, and he was saying he's an atheist, but he still believes that there are certain moral facts, or I think that's how he put it, that would allow you to still make the uh, quote unquote right decision and respect certain aspects of human life as a given, and not do something like that. What do you think?
Hmm. That is tricky situation, but if we draw a line like for like, is it ethically wrong or right? Well, of course, it's not ethically right. I mean, especially if that person is from your group, somehow he's like now become a liability for your
Mhm.
whole group's survival, then it's not like totally ethically right. But at some point, we have to take a decision, or by natural selection, that person might, you know, died automatically, considering the if he or she has an injury some kind, right? So, but in nature, if we see in nature, nature is so brutal. um, for example, some bird, kill their babies if they are not survival, means they are weak, so they know they cannot survive, so they throw out of the nest. So we see that in the nature, but in our society, in our group, we are bound with that ethics. So
Well,
eventually,
go ahead.
yeah, then even if we don't take any decision at that time, then maybe eventually our whole group will be in danger in future. So we have to take some, yeah, decision.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you would ethically justify something like that, because don't you think that there are examples of altruism in nature as well, in other species?
Altruism means,
Um, acting despite uh, of putting your life at risk, helping others. It's the opposite of being egotistical.
the sacrifice you're talking about.
Yeah. For example, something that comes to mind is the way that bees act when they're trying to protect the colony, and they will literally sacrifice their lives in order to protect the queen. But of course, we know that that has impact in the way that the survival of the entire colony, right? But what I'm
Okay.
saying is that altruism can be justified through natural means as well, I think. So maybe there is something like what I was telling you about, something that could be seen as an objective moral fact that I don't know. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so whatever I understood from you is like the idea of sacrifice. Of course, that comes from human, right? I don't think, in my limited knowledge, that animal do sacrifice themselves. I don't know, with my limited knowledge, but in human, in our society or in our group, that yeah, we have that sacrificial idea to put ourselves in a danger to protect our group. So yeah, we actually in history, people did that. People used to do that. Even today, at some point, people do sacrifice themselves uh, for a good purpose. So yeah, I think, yeah, they uh, and someone will do sacrifice.
Well, yeah, but okay, so what I was pointing to is I think it's justified by kin selection, which means that yes, the sacrifice of one of the members of the group can help the survival of the rest of the members, which, as I was saying, would be the thing that justifies it. I don't know if morally, but it happens in nature, and I'm thinking about the way that believers root their morality in God, and they think that they have the upper hand because they can make these absolute moral statements. uh, because it's very hard to justify something like getting rid of a member of your own group in a survival situation, as we were discussing, right? But if
Hmm.
it is one of the mechanisms through which evolution has ensured our survival, then it makes sense. You don't need a God to justify that either, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
So, what is the advantage of saying that you have a moral objectivity grounded on God?
Can you repeat that last line?
Um, if we don't need God to justify even altruistic behaviors like that, because I've heard a lot of believers go for that kind of justification, saying, "Oh, but if we remove certain rules in society, then, for example, one of the things that they usually say
Hmm.
is, if you were in the jungle, would you kill someone if no one was there seeing you and there would be no consequences for you?"
Hmm.
And they think that in their case they have the moral upper hand because they can justify it by saying there's always going to be a punishment because God is there and God is the ultimate moral arbiter. But what I'm saying is, if this kind of behavior can be also justified through evolutionary means like kin selection, then there's no application of God in that case either. In which case, what is the use for thinking that God is the source of all morality? What do you think?
Hmm. You know, it's very easy to, um, we are living in this nature, right? And it's at some point there will be a situation where we have to take a decision, where we have to take a responsibility, and we have to make a decision based on that, right? Based on the situation. But that decision could be morally wrong or right, right? So at a non-believer person will take a whole responsibility, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the the believer person that who believes in God will not take any responsibility. They conveniently put all that on God, right? So it
Yeah.
yeah. So I think uh, at some point we have to take the decision whether it's a right or wrong. We cannot put that on a God, which is like a, at least can be changed based on their convenience. Somewhere in some situation they the hmm. Can you give me a little bit time?
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's hear what
yeah,
Abdul has
Take
to
your
say.
time.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Abdul.
yeah.
before welcoming up to Julie, uh, I want to read one super chat here. Madame President, thanks for the super chat. She says that maybe every being on Earth adds up to only one thing called life, and the different names we give to individuals is where we go wrong. Maybe. Hmm. Yep. Some people answered that also. So, Abdu, yeah. Abdu, you're saying cool, Julie. I don't know. Maybe he wants to talk to you. So let's see how cool Abdu is. Hey, Abdu. So you believe that morality comes from God?
Is there any noisy about me?
Is there any what?
Noisy.
I hear something, but it's okay. I mean, it's not disturbing right now.
Okay.
It was okay. But if you want to improve that, that's okay.
Okay, maybe he wants to do it better.
Yeah, he wants to do it better.
All right, I'm back. I was trying to do it on the phone, but it seems that like it takes long to update it. I don't know what's the issue.
And
Yeah.
but one question, man, how many times you joined this room?
Many times, but I don't know how much exactly. Maybe
Okay.
5 times or 6 times. Yeah.
5 times. Okay.
Yeah, maybe more than that. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you believe it comes from God, and what's your evidence?
Well, I mean, my evidence, the evidence that morality comes from God.
Yep. So you believe that it comes from God, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't have like an evidence, but I'm trying to give it as a behavior thing. Like I'm talking about at that aspect.
Let's see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take like do it so simple. Like there's a lot of people like if they do things in the sake of rewards. I mean, if there is no reward, like they don't have any point of doing like very very good things. Wait, I'm not talking about the simple moralities like for helping somebody or welcoming or whatever. No, I'm talking about like the extreme situations, like the sacrificing, uh, like like really really hard things. Like so, basically, if there is no, for example, like if there is nothing after death, I mean, what's the point of doing such thing like this? Like I'm gonna do things like, you know what I mean? Really hard for me. I mean, in
Okay.
sake of what? In sake of what?
So the thing is, people are not getting rewards only after they die.
Yeah.
People get rewards while they're living also. So then this answers your questions why people are doing those things, because they kind of getting some rewards in many different ways. So it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be some beautiful ladies in the heaven. It doesn't have to be rivers made of wine or milk or honey. It doesn't have to be XYZ. It can be something else. Like people feel great sometimes and they want to feel it. And that's why sometimes they do those things. Whatever you call it, sacrifice, yes, they can do it for feeling good. And that's the reward for them. And again, yeah, reward is not only in afterlife. People are getting their rewards here also, or they're doing something to get
Yes.
rewards
Yeah.
here on earth. So it's not a rule that they will always get some rewards. No, not all people are getting rewards because they do something. Some people are not able to get that. And this is life.
So basically, I agree with you in like certain points. I mean, but I was so clear. Like I said, in extreme situations. Like if it's not sick extreme situations, like of course, like even without God, I gonna do things maybe good like simple things, so I cannot feel God between me and myself. But there's such things like it's really sacrificing. It's really hard things to do. Like for example, what's reward like I gonna get if I sacrifice myself in sake of saving, for example, my sister
Answered
or my
that.
a wife?
I answered that question. Probably you were not listening.
No, I was
You're
listening
busy.
carefully. No, I
Yeah,
was
they want to feel great. That's why they do things also.
like I'm talking about like about to die and like sacrificing your life. And say something,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. They think that when they sacrifice themselves, it's going to help other people. And knowing that it's going to help other people makes them feel great.
But there is nothing after that, like which feeling is important, you know?
No problem that they got what they wanted. They felt great and they died. It's okay. They got what they wanted.
Uh, to be honest, like I didn't get it yet. Like since the existence, the people they used to believe in God, and if it is such each aspect, each set of people like from different times. They used to have a God they believe in. When they die, they say like for example, Viking they have Valhalla, and like the Muslims they have Allah and they have paradise. So all of those, I mean, they all like they have the same, like I would say that this is the same thing, just in different things, like you know.
No problem. So Abdul,
Yeah, the
there's
same
one
object.
problem here. There's one problem here. Let's suppose those people are doing things for nothing. As you said, they will just die and nothing will happen. But they do. Why they do? They do for some reasons, but it's futile. What does that mean? That
Yeah,
means
what's
there's
that
a
mean?
God and God gave us from some rules? No, it doesn't mean.
It's about everything is about the reward. I mean, and all of us we know the power of reward. Like, yeah.
Not only about reward. That's a bad claim. It's not always about reward. People care about each other. We're living things. We're living beings. We first care about our own existence, and we care about other people, starting from our family members, relatives, whatever. So we care, and when people sacrifice themselves, they say, okay, it's enough for me, but I know that the people that I love, they still want to go. And my sacrifice is going to help them. That's all. They just want to help other people. And again, so what? What does that mean for you? That
So
doesn't
they
mean a God
support.
exists. That doesn't mean that there are some rules coming from God.
So basically, you say they can go to a war or fight somebody or fight like a savage animal or do like fight some invaders, and
Yeah.
maybe can if don't die, maybe they're gonna lose like a hand or
Hmm.
stay disabled just in the sake of like.
Saving other people, helping other people. Yeah.
Do
But
you think
again,
for you?
this is
Mhm.
happening. This is happening, my friend. But it doesn't mean a God exists. Again, it doesn't mean that there are rules coming from a God. Why you keep saying the same thing? Yes, people do such things. And yes, they do have a lot of reasons why they're doing that. I just gave some examples. But so what? And you're saying that people are doing things to get reward. Okay, let's say this is true. But it doesn't mean that they're gonna get reward also. Yes, they're doing it for reward also.
Yeah, exactly. With like, yeah, that's. I mean, they do it for a reward. I'm not like discussing if they're gonna get it or not,
Okay, then
but
why
like
you
we're
keep
talking about the
mentioning?
reason. Yeah, the reason what it pushes them. That's what I'm talking like.
Hmm.
What's the thing
Yeah,
that pushes them to
as
do
you
good
see,
things?
many people can have many different reasons for their doings. And one more time, what does that mean?
I mean, it's for real. Like to be honest, I see it really simple.
Simple.
Yeah, really simple. Like, I mean, but basically you said like it's not always about rewards. It's about, but like this statement, this statement actually it's against you by saying it's not always about like about rewards. This shows like it's the rewards. This shows the power of rewards. I mean, without the rewards, maybe like a lot of people would be different people like that. Like you know,
Sure, like people
yeah.
can behave in a different way, but one more time. So what? Abdul, are you gonna explain?
So what? No, I am the one who asking you. So what? Like, if there is nothing
Hard
after
to
death,
hard.
like I gonna do
You
everything.
are
Like,
the
and
one.
so what?
If there's nothing after that, that means there's nothing after that. That's all.
Yeah, there's nothing after death. Like, why I gonna be like such a good person? Like, do this and do
You
this
don't
and
have
save
to be.
that.
No, I didn't say that you have to be such a good person. I didn't say that.
Exactly, exactly.
Exactly. So one more
That's
time.
what
One more
that's
time, Abdu. Why do you believe that morality comes from God?
that's what I'm saying.
That's
The
not what you're
atheism,
saying.
like,
You didn't answer this question,
the,
and this is the time that you should start answering the question because I'm done with your blah blah.
what blah blah you're talking about? Like, I
You
was
are
so
blobbling.
Dude, I was clear from the first, like when you asked this
Nope.
question, I said I'm not gonna answer like as a philosophical manner, but I gonna give it as a behavior manner, like to like
It's a
something like
behavior
applicable.
manner.
Yeah.
Again, that doesn't prove your statement, which is morality comes from God. So what proves that the morality comes from God?
So basically, you're saying like people like they can do a good things just because they want to, and that's what I'm
Just
saying.
because
Yeah,
they
they want
want
to
to.
because of yeah, that's because of the reward. I
Okay,
mean,
even if that's the case, and yeah, that's the case for sometimes, again, that doesn't prove a God exists. So, what are you talking about?
such an example how to say that? Hold on. Like situation like you have to trust somebody over a money saving or something like you know. So if he can do such a bad thing like and he can take this all for his advantage, like he can take it and without any punishment. So what's the thing that pushes him to not do it if he do not believe in life after death? You know what I mean? Like,
People
you
value a
understand
lot
what
of things for many different reasons. You keep asking questions, you're not making any arguments, Abdu, and I'm getting really bored. So, are you going to try to prove that the morality comes from God?
I will
Yep.
I will try my best. So
Please,
yeah,
please,
check
but
if
please stop blobblism, okay?
and yeah. I mean, listen. Like you can check. There's a lot of dudes here. Like maybe there's one who raises that. You can check with him. That's what I'm here. Update.
If someone
I
raises
gonna
their
do
hand,
research. Yeah, I gonna do research myself. I'm here. I'm listening.
okay, we can take another person, people, and let's share the link one more time for the people who don't see the link. This is the link, people, to join the room. As you see, we're talking about morality, and yeah, that's the topic we have today. Okay. Julie, that's right. Now people want to talk about God. Here's your mic. If you want to get answers, please speak to the mic. Mysterious gentleman. Let's see how gentle you are. Hello, mysterious gentleman. You're smoking and it's not good for your health. Oh, gentleman, why you keep asking that stupid question? La 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 la. We are not claiming that your God doesn't exist. Then why the fuck you're asking evidence for a claim that we didn't have? Oh, smoking gentleman, can be a fucking new song for Scam Chat or maybe DNA. Oh, smoking gentleman. This is a smoke-free room, and I cannot breathe well. If you wanna talk about God, if you wanna talk about God, please raise your fucking hand. Even you don't have to do that because you have the fucking mug. Oh, smoking gentlemen. Oh. Guys, buckle up. Seemingly, there is a new song coming. Why you are showing your dictatorship in this room? I have been tried to confront my opinion, but you have not allowed me. Are you serious, Natasha? And that what happened in this fucking room? This is a fucking job on YouTube. Maybe, but maybe you were bullshitting enough. Maybe that's why I didn't allow you to speak in this room. I don't know, Natasha, why the hell I didn't listen to Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's not cool. We lost Natasha. Yeah, that's another possible reason. She was not patient. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't know, Natasha. But there are many reasons. People bullshit a lot. And that's a very good reason to stop people. So, no people who wants to talk about morality. Morality. So, mysterious voice. Okay. He is atheist because he had bad luck with women. Ooh, what a claim. Mysterious voice. Okay. Now I can understand why you're smoking. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Anyway, time to refresh the room. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Doomslayer. Burger. Okay. I don't know. Maybe he wants to have sex with me. Maybe that's the reason why he's asking. Da, 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 da. Hey, wait, welcome. Okay. Horatio wants to speak about the topic verbally. Hey, here's your mic.
Gentlemen, how many, do we have any people that say morality comes from God in the
We
room?
had some people, but not many.
Well, would you agree morality is subjective?
I think it's subjective, but there's some arguments that also make sense that maybe, I mean, we can call objective. I'm not very sure, to be honest, Horatio.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you? What do you think?
I think it's subjective.
Subjective, okay.
Yeah.
You
And
mean it's coming from one God? That's why it's subjective?
No.
Okay.
It's arrived at through everyone's opinion, and consensus rules the day.
Okay. So, another atheist, okay.
I mean, everybody's view of what's going around, going on around them is subjective. No, nobody stands in anybody else's shoes. So by definition, all our perceptions are subjective. That's a start. That's where I start. Then what you look for is agreement, overlapping, where we evolved as a species quite similarly amongst ourselves. So there's going to be overlapping and a consensus and an established set of what's offensive and what's not, what's acceptable and what's not. That's how we do it. And we take it a step further on the big issues by creating law. Nobody has to be reminded killing someone is NG, no good. We made a law specifically about it.
Okay.
I don't understand what the confusion is. These people actually think morality is a thing that God imparts into their being. Is that their position? What's the theist position
Well,
on
let's don't
morality?
straw man. Let's listen from them if they join.
There was a question, not a straw man. I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm not a believer. So, and we don't have believers who are speaking right
Yeah.
now.
Well, do you agree with most of what I said or any of what I
Sure,
said?
sure, man. Yeah, and there's one more point. Like for the people who believes that it's objective, plus it comes from God.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell? And there was a guy keep asking, "Do you know the dilemma you took for so if those rules are coming from God, isn't that someone is saying, hey, this is right, this is wrong?" And when someone says this is right, this is wrong, don't we call it subjective?
Well, they have a special definition of God, and so his view, they label it as an objective view because it's all knowing, all good. They dress it up where you can't categorize him as just another subjective opinion. It's not what they'll let you do.
Yep. Okay, we have Stillion. Can't read the name, but SS. Hey, SS. Bum, 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 bum. Stillion. Okay. Wanted the mic. Okay, came back. Hello there. Now we don't hear you if you're speaking. You're fixing the cable, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Now it's better.
I believe morality is subjective.
Ooh.
You believe it's subjective and what?
Objective, and it comes from God.
Okay, so why do you believe so?
I don't believe you can make a universal binding statement which is objective without the existence of God.
Why do you believe so?
Because God is like a foundation for the and a justification for the claim. Otherwise,
Okay, but if there's no God, that means there's no objective morals?
You could say that, yeah.
Okay, then don't you think we have to then prove that the God exists in the first place?
Okay, is that on the topic?
Oops, your audio is low.
I mean, sure, we could go there.
Yeah, because like your statement depends on God's existence. If God doesn't exist, then what you say doesn't make sense.
If God doesn't exist, then yeah, what I'm saying wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. So don't you think when we make such claims, for example, when we say morality comes from God, then you have to prove a God exists?
Sure, we can go there. Basically, my argument will be that logic requires the justification and grounding, and if logic exists primarily in the human mind, then the creation of the minds must be eternal. If it's not eternal, then there was a point in which logic and the laws of logic were not binding and did
Can
not
you go
exist.
slowly, man? I'm not that intelligent that I can understand those things when you are gish galloping like this. So you say logic? How logic proves a God exists?
I mean, yeah, we can go to that argument. Basically, do you agree that everything that exists has to be justified and binding? I don't mean binding, but
Thing
justified and grounded.
exist must be justified. What do you mean justified?
To be logically coherent and to exist, basically.
To be logically coherent. Still, I'm not getting your point. Things exist. That's all I can say. And can you go from there? Things exist and
Well, do you agree that everything that exists has awareness to it? Basically, where it exists.
We have awareness, yes.
Do you agree logic has awareness?
Sorry, come again.
Do you believe logic has awareness?
Logic has awareness?
Yeah, but I mean, where does it exist if it exists?
Uh,
In the human mind, right?
Yeah, logic exists in human mind. That's true, and we are aware of logic and our existence. And so what?
So prior to the human minds, could we say that logic didn't exist?
Can we say logic doesn't exist?
Prior to the human minds.
Prior to, like, we can say that, yeah.
So you tell me before humans existed, a tree can exist and not exist at the same time.
The tree?
A tree. I'm giving you an example.
Oh, wait. Do you think logic and tree is the same thing?
No, but the laws of logic, the law of non-contradictory says one thing cannot be both true and false at the same time if it's not composite.
And so what? So humans don't exist, and trees, they might exist, yes.
So I'm saying if the human mind is not yet created, because I don't believe you believe in eternal human mind.
Okay. And
if it's not created, then logic has nowhere to exist, so it cannot exist. So basically, if logic doesn't exist, there's nothing stopping a tree from existing and non-existing at the same time.
Oh, really?
I mean, you agreed logic is only in the human mind.
Okay, yeah, it's in human mind, but why it's in human mind, you should understand that also. Why it exists in human mind the way that it exists is because of our experience, our observation about the universe. We observe the universe, then we create rules out of our observation. So that's why we say the tree exists and not exist, like they can't be both, right? We don't have such a contradictory observation. We don't see the like these contradictories. That's why we create those rules.
So basically, what you're saying, what is in the human mind, is just an observation of logic.
It's not observation of logic. It's observation of the universe, how the universe behaves. Then we create those rules.
So logic is created.
We can say that, yeah.
So where the
okay. And so what?
So were there a time where logic didn't exist, basically? So what you're saying is basically we invented logic to explain the universe.
You can say that, yes. But it's not like to explain the, like, I think we invented it while we are trying to explain the universe.
We invented in a way to explain the universe?
While we are trying to explain the universe. We realize that, hey, wait a second, we have a consistent explanation about the things that we observe. And then someone just collected those thoughts, opinions together, and we have logic.
Are these rules universally binding and objective?
What does that mean?
Basically, each true at every single scenario, no matter the human opinion.
Seemingly, it works like that, yeah. Things work without depending on our minds. At least that's what we observe consistently. It works in another way. So far, we don't have the knowledge.
Oh,
but still, why the hell we are here still? Like, where is God here?
That's what I'm getting at. You cannot have...
Really? I don't think you're getting anywhere, but...
Well, I will if you let me. What I was getting at, that you cannot have universal and binding logic without the existence of God, because there's nobody to justify these objective claims without the existence of God. If you think you can do it, go ahead.
Blah, 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 blah. Look, I wish I could understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, without God, there's no one to epistemically justify this claim. So that's why I'm asking you.
There's no one to justify which claim exactly?
Let's say the universe, the laws of logic.
Laws of logic, and so?
Therefore, God must exist to justify them. If you
to
don't
justify
see
them, why? Why?
You don't believe things have to be justified to exist?
Like, What does that even mean? Like, well, what the hell you're saying, man? Like, things needs to be justified to exist. If you don't justify them, they don't exist. That's what you mean?
Can you name one single thing that is not
Things,
epistemic to justify that exists?
man, things exist whether you can justify them or not, right?
Yeah, but every single thing that exists can be justified. That is the point.
Can be justified. For example, can you justify something? Like how you're doing that? I know. What do you mean even by that? Like I can understand. Like, but please justify something's existence. I want to learn how you justify things into existence. I want to learn what do you mean by that. But let's make it even easier. Like, do you believe that your God is logical?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so your God has logic. Why you're not justifying the logic, or maybe you are, but I want to learn. So to be able to justify the logic in your God, you find another ground to justify the existence of the logic in your God? Are you doing that?
No.
No? Why? Why you're doing that? Because you said that we should justify something with something else. And here you're trying to justify it with God. But when it comes to God, you're not justifying the things in the God.
I'm not saying it necessarily have to be justified by something else. I was talking
Okay,
about
so
universal
then if you're not doing that, that means you're just saying, oh, this is a brute fact. This thing exists inside this thing. No need to justify it with something else. So now you solve the problem. If you believe that the logic is inherent to the universe, if you believe that it's not something we invented, it's something that we discovered, still, according to what you're doing right now, you don't need to find something else outside of the universe to justify them. You could easily say that, oh, these are just brute facts. These are the properties of the universe, one of the properties of the universe. You could say that, but you didn't do that.
Things can be justified in and of itself, but especially for universal claims, I'm saying that it's not possible to be justified. If you think you can do it, you can go ahead.
One more time, I don't understand.
Well,
If what?
I was
Please
talking
make it
about
slow.
objective statement of logic cannot be justified by of themselves. So
Logic cannot be justified by itself. That's what you said?
yes, but some things can't.
Okay,
So
okay.
in the
Be sure, man. Like, be clear. Things can be justified by themselves or not. I want to hear a clear yes or no about this. Things can be justified by themselves or not. I am asking the question even without understanding what you mean exactly. But let's hear your answer. I think it's gonna be helpful.
I think it does, yeah.
Okay,
Some things can be
if
justified.
things can be justified by themselves, why logic is not one of them? And how do they
Well,
know it's not one of them?
as I said, there cannot be two contradictory things at the same time. So
There
if we
cannot be two contradictory things at one time.
if it's not compulsory, yes.
Sorry, come again. What is the contradiction here?
What I'm saying is, if I argue that morality can only be justified by the existence of God, and you argue that it doesn't, then if one statement is proven true, then the other must be false.
If one statement is proven, like, okay, then God's statement can be false here in this case. If things can be justified by themselves, that means when you claim that, oh, wait, no, you need a God. And if this is not the case, that means this statement, which is God exists and God justifies morality, is a false statement. Okay, I agree with you.
How did you get to that? I'm saying
By just what you're saying to me. That's how I got there.
Wait.
Can we be clear one more time? Things can be justified by themselves or not?
Yeah, things can be
Good,
justified
very
by
good. So then logic can be justified by the universe or whatever.
Yes, it can. That's why I'm asking. Can you justify it?
Can I justify it? No, I cannot.
And that's what I'm saying. I can justify it because
You
of the existence
cannot.
of God.
But because of the existence, if God doesn't exist, so what you're gonna do? How are you gonna explain that? You're gonna say, oh, then the universe is justifying logic.
The whole thing is that if logic is justified by the existence of God, then God must exist, because
If
otherwise logic
okay,
wouldn't exist.
like, do you understand like that you have an if statement? Like, do you understand what does it mean if?
I was getting to the justification. If you
But
just
you're
let
not justifying things by saying if. So like if I say if my if my auntie had a dick, she would be my uncle, right? And so fucking what? She doesn't have a dick. That's why she's not my uncle. She's
well,
my auntie. But that's it. You're saying if God exists, then God is justifying logic. Okay, I mean, that could be the case. Not necessarily, but anyway, we could accept that if God exists. But you don't know God exists or not.
if you didn't cut me off, I was gonna continue that if statement.
Really?
I wasn't gonna leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Oh, what you say that if God exists, logic exists. Yes, the existence of God is also justified by the existence of logic, because logic has to be justified by God. If logic can be justified by
Logic
something else, then we
has to
could
be
say that
justified by God is a false statement. If you accept that things can be justified by themselves, like you already accepted that, so you don't need a God to justify the logic by your own statement.
yes. Do you think you can justify logic by itself? Go ahead.
It's not my claim, man. It's your claim. You aren't claiming that something can be justified by itself. It's your claim.
I wasn't talking in every
And
scenario.
you're
I was
saying
talking
that
in
this is
certain
possible,
scenarios.
but you're saying, oh, at the same time, I can't do it. I need a God to explain logic. But you're saying that things can be justified by themselves. So why the fuck you're contradicting yourself?
This is just Roman fallacy. When you ask me if some things can be justified by itself, this is what I answered yes to. Not everything. Logic
Oh,
cannot
not
be
everything.
justified by
Oh,
itself.
okay.
That is
Like,
my
why? Like, what is different about logic? Logic is just one another thing that exists.
again.
You're
I'm
creating
making
an
a
exception
statement.
without
You're making a
justifying your exception here.
I'm not creating an exception.
You are. You're saying that, oh, but wait. My God can exist without any justification, but logic, no, cannot. It needs to be justified.
I
Why?
didn't say God can exist without justification. Where do you hear me that? Where do you hear me
Oh,
saying that?
okay. Well, what about the logic inside God? That's what we were talking about. So
Wait. Why are
logic
we switching
inside
topic?
God doesn't need external justification. And that's why you keep saying, oh, yeah, things can exist without an external justification. But when it comes to the logic in the universe, you're not able to do that. You're saying, oh, but logic is different. And you're not explaining why this is an exception.
Again, I didn't say that it's an exception. I said things can be either justified by themselves or by the existence of God or by the
Oh,
existence of something else. My point is that
uh-huh.
that objective
Okay, so you don't
logic.
know whether like logic is justified by something else or by itself.
If you didn't cut me off, I was gonna continue.
But
It
you
is
keep saying
justified
if
by
you
God.
didn't cut me off, like, you're not saying anything after that valuable.
Okay, I can keep going after you after you keep talking. That's no problem for me. But I don't want to cut you off since you're the host.
Okay.
What I was gonna say that logic is only coherently justified by the existence of God. Excuse me. And if you can justify it by itself, then we could say that this is not a valid argument.
Can you
This is
please
my
repeat? Can you please repeat that in slow motion?
Basically, my argument is that objective logic can only be justified by the existence of God, and if we can justify it without God and by itself, this is when my argument becomes invalid.
But this is not an argument. Like your statement becomes invalid because you have if statements and you don't recognize what you're even speaking. You keep saying that things can be justified by themselves. Then you're saying, oh no, not logic, and you're contradicting here immediately. And that's useless, my friend. Please check your argument. Please type down what you're saying, and please try to see those contradictions.
That's called a transcendental argument. It basically it argues from a known feature or a condition.
God is a condition?
God is a condition for logic, yes.
For logic?
Yes, logic
No.
cannot exist without God.
Logic can exist without God?
Cannot.
Cannot. How do you know that? We have logic, like we created logic is another option here. How did we create? By just looking at the universe.
Well, I don't believe it's created, first of all, and second of
Oh,
all,
you don't believe in that. Why?
because again, if well, wait, well, why do we switch topics again?
You're not.
I made a negative statement, and you said, let me go back. Just I got confused because you switched too many topics.
Really?
Can you repeat your last statement?
I said that like there's an explanation, another explanation for the logic. We created
Okay, can you prove that?
logic. We created logic by just observing the universe. That's how we like end with those rules. We look at the tree. Tree is not a car. Tree is tree. Tree cannot be a tree and a car at the same time. It's either a tree or not a tree. So, and how we come out with these rules? By just looking at the things, how they behave. And then we wrote the language about the universe. This is the language of the universe. And okay, why they in this way? We don't know exactly. And you were saying about it has to be justified.
Yes, it
Okay,
has.
then you're saying, okay, but no problem. Things can be justified by themselves by just saying it at a brute fact. This is what you're doing when it comes to your God. And then you're saying, oh no, we can't do that. But you said we can do that. And now you're saying we cannot do that. So decide, okay, make your mind. God has logic, right? God is logical. God has logic. If this doesn't require an external justification, if this is just a brute fact, if it's just a property of God and it's existing there without any external justification, then you could easily exclude God's existence because you believe that logic can exist like that. But you're saying, oh no.
When did I say that?
Okay, if you don't say that, then then we agree. You don't need a God to justify the logic. That's it.
I disagree.
You disagree? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, why disagree with your own arguments, man?
Because logic has to be justified. We can coherently
Okay,
justify
you
with God,
said that
and
you said that we can justify things by
please.
themselves.
Let me finish. And if you can justify it by itself, then the argument becomes invalid. So do you think you
Why?
can justify it by itself?
Okay,
Because
so this is not an argument. Again, one more time, you keep confusing what is a one statement and argument. Okay, God has logic as a statement also, not an argument. If you say things cannot be justified by themselves, then this is invalid also. So you don't want to look at this invalid argument that you have. You just want to look at the other one. You think that it's invalid.
wait, so you don't think things can be justified by themselves?
I don't know, man. And the problem is we cannot justify it, but that doesn't mean it needs an external justification. It doesn't mean that also. We don't know that also. We look at the universe, we look at how the universe behaves, and we write down what we observe in the form of rule.
So you don't know, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, like you also don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know. So, since you are not able to prove a God exists, then it's not good to claim that morality comes from a God.
Wait. My argument is that, can you repeat my argument, basically?
No, I don't want to.
The only way to justify logic is by the existence of God.
This is the claim. Okay, this is the claim. What's your justification for this statement? This is one statement. This is not an argument. You should understand that. So, what's your justification for this kind of statement?
That there's not any other coherent way of justifying logic. That's called the transcendental argument.
There's no any other way. Okay, this is like creating arguments from ignorance. So you don't know how you can justify something. You're saying, oh, therefore God. This is another fallacious way of thinking.
Yeah, because God is the only way to justify. I'm not agreeing
God
to
is the only way, but you said that things can be justified by themselves,
Yes,
or
that's what I'm
we
saying.
can say that something
Go ahead.
exists because there is a cause. So there is a cause for logic that we can observe, which is humans read the universe and they create the language. That's the justification for the logic also. I mean, we can explain why there's logic because humans did they just created it.
Can you justify logic by itself? If you cannot, then my argument becomes valid.
Okay, you cannot justify. Okay, that's good then. God has logic also. You can't justify it by itself. Therefore, someone created God or God's logic, someone else, not God.
You
You
think
have to reach to this point. If that's what you don't want to accept, you shouldn't accept this one. Okay? I mean, you shouldn't accept that, oh, God has a logic and it doesn't require an external explanation, justification.
you think justification is just simply knowing what was created by who?
No, it's not. Seemingly, it's not. When you say justification, you look for the cause. That's what you did. You said, oh, God must be the cause, and you didn't give any good reasoning here.
Basically, justification means rational support, evidence, or warrant that turns a true belief into knowledge.
Seemingly, you don't have. You only claimed that only God can justify logic. That's a claim. And you didn't prove this claim to be true.
What I'm saying is you have a wrong perception of what justification is.
Then
You're
tell
simply
me,
saying you can,
tell me, what does it mean, justification?
since I cannot explain, I'll just read you
Oh, you're
from a
going to read.
source. Okay, I can try to explain with my words, but I don't think you understand.
Okay. Go on.
Basically, evidence that turns belief claims into knowledge.
You need to copy paste that.
Wait.
Blah, 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 blah.
And the source is
Justification. Steam
and
degree.
this is the source.
The right standing of a person's beliefs with respect to knowledge. Epistemic justification. So like that sounds like there are multiple type of justification. And this is the first time you say something about epistemic justification.
So is there more than one type of justification?
Like seemingly, yeah. Look, it says epistemic justification. And that feels like there are different type of justifications.
Yeah,
Maybe mathematical justification is one more thing.
saying justification is just a short way of saying epistemic justification.
Not really. Anyway,
Okay.
so that's
Okay.
what you're saying. Okay, no
define
problem, man.
mathematical
No
justification.
problem. Fuck it, man. No need to. So let's look at your definition. It's not your. You just copy pasted it from somewhere else. It comes
maybe I was
from the
lost.
Greek word for knowledge. Is the right standing of a person's beliefs with respect to know. What does that mean? Is the right standing of a person's beliefs. Do you understand like what you're reading here? Stellium?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Can you translate it in your own words?
Basically, an evidence that turns belief into knowledge, that it cannot be wrong, it's objectively true.
Okay, so then what's your evidence that cannot be false about logic?
That that the only way to explain logic is that God exists.
Okay, this is a claim. This is not a justification. It's not an evidence. This is a claim. You're claiming that it's God that explains logic. It's a claim.
Yes, because
It's
you
not
cannot explain it without God.
So you can't say my claim, therefore it proves it.
What?
God bring
When you
to
claim something, that doesn't mean you're proving something.
what does God bring to the argument? You say it cannot be justified without God. What does God bring that makes the difference?
The
What is it?
foundation.
You're talking about something you haven't even demonstrated is real, and you're calling it a foundation.
Yes, because it is proven real by it being the foundation of logic, because otherwise logic cannot exist without it. That's the whole argument. It's called
And
transcendental
that's not
argument
an
for God.
argument. That's a claim. Logic
It's
cannot
literally
exist
called an
without
argument
God is not an argument. It's a claim, a one statement. It's not an argument.
because it is followed up
It
usually.
falls on. Okay, but when it comes to God, God's logic, why the hell you don't seek for another ground for it?
Because you cannot. If you think you can
Why?
do it, go ahead.
Really?
Go ahead,
Okay,
justify logic.
sure. Like there's a God creator machine. That's where the logic of God comes from.
Can you repeat that?
There is a God creator machine. That's the place where the logic of God comes from.
I don't believe God created logic.
Oh no, it's like then you can't justify the logic in God. You can't.
We went from justifying logic to justifying logic in God's mind. I don't get what you're getting at.
Yeah, like God has logic. God is logical according to you, and that needs an also justification, because like the logic that you're talking about, the one that we observe in the universe, right? And your justification is external, something else. Okay, so if you justify things in that way, since there's logic inside your God also, then we need someone else to justify it. This is how you did it, and I'm gonna do it in the same way.
Where you think logic in the universe is different than the logic in the mind of God?
I didn't mean that. What do you think?
Then justifying the one ultimately justifies the other because they're the same thing.
Okay, good. So you justified something with something else, then I'm gonna do the same. So God has logic. God's logic doesn't matter if it's the same logic or different. You believe it's the same, no problem. It's okay for me. So then you need something else to explain why and how that logic exists there. Yeah, what's the standing of that belief? And it's respect to which knowledge you don't have. You claim it. You can't say, "Oh, I claim, therefore it's a knowledge or it's my knowledge or whatever." You can't say those things.
Fascinating.
So you want me to justify logic existing in the mind of God?
Yeah. You
And
didn't do
what do
that.
you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean by that? Justified
Oh, really?
existence?
Well, what the hell? Like you lose your mind when we jump to your God. Like you just said, like you just required the thing. Like the logic exists inside the universe. That's what you believe. And when you tell us, hey, how you justify logic, you somehow understand what you mean. But when I say the same thing, okay, the logic also exists inside God. Then how do you justify that?
Wait, by existing in the universe, I don't mean that it's grounded in the universe.
That's the problem. So you believe that it must be grounded outside of the universe. And I say, okay, if that's the case, let's apply the same thing. You say, oh, but by the way, I have a God. My God also has logic. I say, okay, then what's that thing outside of God that justifies the logic of God?
Wait, you think logic is not God?
Logic
I'm not
is
saying
God?
it's not the essence.
It's one property of your God, right? Like the universe, like logic is a property according to you, property of the universe. It's inside the universe, right?
Yes, it can be
Okay,
inside.
and your God also has logic inside as a property, essence, whatever you call. I'm okay with all of them. So if the universe's logic requires an external explanation, justification, then why not God's logic doesn't require an external explanation, justification?
Again, you're saying that like it's two different things. The thing
Different
in the
things.
logic in the universe is the same as the logic inside God's mind. You're just pulling them apart.
It's not.
Or can you demonstrate it?
You should demonstrate that they're different.
You're
also.
making a positive statement. I'm not making.
You believe that it comes from God. So if it's coming from God, do you think that the logic is changing on the way?
Why are you switching up? You know that the one who
I'm
makes the
not.
positive
Like
statement
you
has to
claim
prove it.
that the logic in the universe comes from God.
Wait, you just made you just made a positive statement, and you're requiring me to disprove it. You're making
No,
you have to
false.
prove
No, I'm not even. I'm not wanting that. Okay, the logic that you claim, according to your claim, comes from your God. And you should accept that it's the same logic because it's coming from your God.
Yes,
If you
and it's
don't
not
believe that the logic changes in the halfway while coming to universe, then you should accept that it's the same logic.
yes.
Okay, so it's your argument, your claims.
Then it doesn't require excuse me. Then it doesn't require different justification.
Why not? Why not? It exists
You're
out
making a
there.
positive
You
statement. Prove it.
you keep saying that, oh, we need to justify, we need to justify. You are the one who wants to justify things.
So you
Then
don't. So
please
you don't think things
justify
have to be justified.
justify the logic in the God.
So you don't think things have. So excuse me. So you
Don't
don't
try
think.
to turn the fucking table. Try to
I'm asking
justify
a
the logic
question
in God. No, you're trying to turn the table. I know that.
on the
So
table.
try to justify the logic in God.
Again, you're making the presupposition
Okay,
that
now
the
you see
logic
the problem. You see, like you have to accept that it's a fucking brute fact. That's the only escape for you, not to believe that your God has another creator. That's the only escape door for you. But
again, I'm making a negative
when you make that special pleading, that means it was already easy for you to believe that whatever fucking logic is inside the universe, it's just coming from the universe. It's the property of the universe. That's it. And you don't need to seek an external justification for it. But why? Because it's easy for you to say, "Oh, something can be a brute fact, dude."
Again, you made the statement that the logic inside God's mind is different than the logic
I
in the
didn't say
universe.
that. I
Prove
didn't
it.
say that. I did.
Okay,
Why
is it
the
the
hell you're
same?
lying?
Is it the same? Okay.
Okay,
I made
according to you, it must be the same because it's coming from the universe.
I'm asking according to you. Yeah, I
You
ain't
believe
talking
it's
about
not
the universe.
according. I don't have an opinion. Like I don't believe in fucking God even. So,
Then why are we debating if you don't even have an opinion?
why we are debating? Because you had the claim that maybe I thought you could prove it, but seemingly you don't have any evidence for that. That's why we're
Yeah, you're
talking.
saying I don't know to everything. You made
Yeah.
a state. So do
Oh,
you
you
think
keep saying
it's
you made a
different or not?
statement. No, I don't have any statements. I don't know, man. I don't know God exists or not. I
Because
don't know
you want
like
a
how
different
logic
justification.
exists and many things. I don't know many things. You are the one who claims things here.
You wanted two different justifications.
What?
That yeah, you wanted justification for the logic in the universe and the logic inside God's mind. Am I wrong?
You claim that the logic inside the universe is outside, which is your God.
Yeah, so it must be the same logic, so it doesn't require two
Okay.
different justifications.
You say it must be the same logic or not?
It must be the same.
Okay, if it is the same logic, then again, it must come from somewhere else because that's how it works, right? The logic inside the universe came from outside. The logic inside your God must come from outside.
What? Justification
Okay,
is not the act of creating. You're mistaking it.
justification is not what? Okay, we
Justification
didn't say that
is
act of creating. Like you were seeking grounds for something's existence, and you keep claiming that the logic must come from outside. The
yes.
explanation must be outside. That's
So
what you think.
talking about logic.
Okay, God
none of
has
it's so
logic.
just ridiculous.
The explanation must be outside of your God.
Why? I don't agree.
I don't
Prove it.
know. Like you tell me, like why you think that like the justification of logic must be outside of the thing.
Why would I prove it? You made the positive statement.
Man, it's your claim. It's your argument. Like I didn't have any fucking claim here. Like are you okay, man?
You just did a claim.
Man, these are not my claims. These are your claims.
Isn't justification has to come from outside a claim?
I
Yes or
don't
no?
know, man.
You don't know if
tell
it's a
me.
claim? You don't know if it's a claim.
It's what you're saying is a claim already, and I'm telling you.
I just repeat what you just said, and it's a positive statement. So
Which
prove
is
it.
which is a like one more time. What's my statement?
The justification of God, the justification for logic inside God's mind has to be external. Prove it.
This is your claim, not my claim.
No, this is what you said.
This is your claim.
No, I
It
never said
is.
that.
It
I
is.
never. When did I say?
It is when you said that the logic must be justified by external. That's what you believe, right?
Yes.
The explanation for the logic must come from outside. This is what you believe. So your God also has logic. Then what? The explanation must come from outside. This must be the conclusion of your arguments.
And this is the presupposition. I don't believe these
Okay,
are two different things.
now,
Prove
okay,
it.
so, okay, good, very good. So now you are contradicting yourself. You're creating an exception. You're saying that the logic inside universe requires an external justification, but the logic inside God doesn't require an external justification.
Nope, I didn't
Why?
say that. I didn't say that. I
Okay,
disagree
if you
that
did,
these are two
okay.
different things.
Oh, you keep saying they're not different things, right?
Yes, prove it if you
Very
think they are.
good, very good. So if you keep saying they're the same things, again, like why we are not saying that, okay, it must work in the same way. So the logic justified by external when it comes to universe, when it comes to God, then it must be justified by external. Why not? Why
I said
not?
it
Because you
with
are
a
the one who claims that the logic inside God is not explained by external. This is what you believe. This is what you believe. And you make a special pleading here.
Again, asking me to justify two different scenarios.
Why the hell you're not trying to justify logic inside God?
Because I don't believe it's different than the logic itself, dude. What do you not
You
understand?
don't believe it's different than logic?
Logic
So
inside God's mind is just logic. I mean, it doesn't require different justification.
why?
Do you
Why?
think there are two different things?
No, again, you're trying to like turn the table. Like it's your claim. Like please stick to your claims. Why it doesn't require justification?
Because it's not a different thing.
It's not a different thing. So like logic means God?
Oh, you could say that, but it's not the essence.
You could like tell me what do you believe? Like you believe logic just itself is God?
The
Or
same way
God
you can
is
say love
more
is
than logic?
the same way you could say God is love.
God is love. Okay, so that means like logic is not the only thing that exists. Like there's something more than logic, and you call it God, and logic is just part of God.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't
No?
believe it's part.
Okay, really?
I believe they're materially identical.
Identical?
Materially identical. Listen, please.
What does that mean even?
That they're of the same substance.
They're the same substance?
You don't know what substance is?
Okay, one more time. Look, God equals logic, or God equals logic plus love plus power plus blah blah plus blah blah plus. Which one?
Again, I don't believe in the composite God. So
You don't believe in the composite God?
Yes. I believe in divine
Okay, okay.
simplicity.
So
You
you're
can
speaking about something illogical. God is
prove it.
A and B and D and Z and blah blah. So and now you are contradicting the logic.
Again, that presupposes that these things are different ontologies. Prove it.
Different ontologies. So logic and love are the same things according to you?
No.
Then why the fuck you claiming that they're the same things?
I said they're the same substance, dude. Listen, please.
The same substance?
So you don't know what substance is?
I don't know what is substance. Please teach me, teacher.
Can I send you a source again? Because I'm not good at defining things.
You said substance.
Yes.
And yeah, like obviously I don't know. What does it mean substance according to you? Please teach me. What does it mean?
Can I send you a source? Because I'm not good at
Source,
defining
no,
things.
I'm sorry, I'm not okay with sources. Please copy paste. What does it mean?
This is what a source is basically. Wait, let me find it real quick. I'm pasting it.
E fundamental independent and underlying reality of something that which exists in itself and doesn't depend on another for its existence. So that means
Yes.
substance. So that logic can exist independently and underlying reality of something. Okay, underlying reality of God logic. So that means God is not logic according to this definition. But anyway, that which exists in itself and doesn't depend on another. Okay, like logic in God according to you doesn't depend on any other thing. That's what you believe. But that doesn't mean logic is God.
Yes, but they're materially identical, which means they share the same substance.
They share, that doesn't mean they share the same substance, man. Like, how do they know that the logic, love, and power, they're the same substance? You don't know that.
Again, this is followed up by the by the argument that
By the
objective logic
argument.
can be only justified by God.
But like, there's no any fucking relation between what we were talking about and the morality right now. Zero
I said logic, not
relevance.
morality. I could have said morality, I meant logic.
You said morality, but anyway,
Okay, I meant logic.
yeah, logic and other properties are just properties of your God according to you. And you can't say logic equals God.
You could say that in the sense that God is referring to the substance. Again, God
God
is
is
not a
referring.
logic designator.
Is God logic or God has logic? Which one?
Again, depending on what you're referring by the word logic. Excuse me, by the word God.
You're the one who believes in God, man.
It could refer to the essence, it could refer to the nature, it could refer to the person. Which one is it?
Sorry, come again.
The word God can refer to the three persons since I'm Trinitarian, to one person, to the essence, or to the nature.
You tell me, what do you believe in?
I believe it could refer to the three of them. That's why
It can refer
that's
to
why
three of them. Okay, so
to the
like,
three of the things I mentioned.
okay.
That's
So
what I'm
God
saying. When
has
you mention,
logic, one more thing, and one more thing also.
so that's what I'm asking. When you mentioned, can you say logic is God? What do you mean by God? Do you mean the nature? Do you mean the essence? Do you mean the persons? Because God is not a rigid designator.
God is not logic.
God is not a rigid designator.
Rigid designator. What does that mean, even?
Let me think.
You will copy paste every word that you're saying.
Well, I'm expecting for you to know them since you're doing a philosophy debate. But
Okay, like I'm not memorizing the dictionaries.
these are literally fundamental to philosophy.
And
So
you are the fucking one using those words and doesn't know how to explain them also.
look,
And that's
I'm
why
not blaming
you
you
need
for
to
not
Google
knowing them.
them.
I'm not blaming you for not knowing them. I don't know what
I'm
you.
not blaming you not knowing them even if you're using them. Okay, no problem. Refers to the same object or
Why would I use
entity
it if I
in
don't know what it is?
every possible world where that entity exists. Refers to the same object. Okay, when we say logic in God, it refers to God. When we say love in God, it refers to God. When we say power in God, it also refers to God. So what's the problem here?
Can you repeat that?
When we say logic in God, it refers to the God. When we say power in God, it also refers to the God. When we say other things in God, they also refer to the God. So it follows your definition.
Yeah, they can refer in one sense. You
Yeah,
could say
in one thing, yeah.
you could say logic is God, but you cannot mean, for example, logic is Jesus. This is because God cannot doesn't just refer to Jesus. That's why I'm saying God is not a rigid designator.
It's not a rigid designator.
Because it can refer to more than one thing.
It can refer to, so God can be A and B and C at the same time.
It can refer to A, B, and C at the same time.
Refer to like this is where you break the fucking logic.
Prove it.
Again, A is either A or not. A cannot be A and not A.
What if it's composite?
What do you mean it's composite? It means one thing, like X.
For example,
and
if
that means X has parts. 3 parts in this sense. Like it has
yes,
3
the word
parts,
God,
and it's not ABC, it's just X, and this X has 3 parts, made of 3 parts. That's how you solve the problem.
because God is not an absolute identity. I mean,
It's not an absolute identity. Look,
absolute,
man, like
absolute
you keep bringing the gibberish here.
gibberish.
Yeah,
What are you
the
saying, bro?
gibberish. Like God is blah 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 blah, and you keep failing the logic here.
It's not my fault you don't know basic terminology, and I have to bring.
No, again, it's not my fault that you denied the logic that you want to prove here. So it's either
I
A
do
or
it.
not
Okay,
A, but you're saying, oh, no, 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 it's A, B, C.
listen. If a wall is half painted yellow and purple, okay, and you say it, and one person says the wall is yellow and the other says the wall is purple, are they both right at the same time?
Come again.
If a wall is
what? If what? If what?
If a wall, WALL. If a wall is basically 2 colors, purple and yellow. Let's say they're intertwined, and one person says the wall is yellow, the other one says the wall is purple. Are they both right at the same time?
Partially, that they're not fully right because it's purple and yellow at the same time.
But it's not wrong. Then
What do you mean
A
it's
can
not
be
wrong?
B. Where you say you cannot exist. A cannot be B and C at the same time, and I just prove it can.
Oh, but it's not the thing. It's just the color of it. You're talking about the color. So you're talking about a colorful God. So there's one God, one essence has just 2 colors. And the color, like there are pigments. So there are 2 different pigments in that thing in one object. So it's not their essence, it's just a part of it. So that's
what I'm talking about is that there can be more than one
okay.
reference in
The woe, is the color, or woe is the woe?
What?
The woe has 2 colors, but colors means woe? Color equals woe or not?
No.
Then why the fuck you're bringing such a stupid example?
Because I said
woe,
composite things.
the woe is not purple. The color of it. The woe is woe. The woe has different substance. The color is not, the woe. You can't say the color is the woe. You can't say that. It's not the case. That's why. But in your God example, you're saying that, oh, God is 3 things at the same time.
Because I said composite things, absolute thing
Either
cannot
you
be
have
yes
to
at the same
either you
time.
have to believe that your God is composite, or you have to say that, oh, this is a fucking contradiction.
I don't believe God is composite. I believe the
Okay,
word God
then
has
you
multiple
create a
reference.
contradiction. You're like, this is illogical to say that like this thing is A, B, C at the same time.
The dictionary, the word God can refer to multiple things, not the essence, not the substance, not the persons. The
What?
word. How are you not following?
I'm not following because you're bullshitting
I
a lot.
know. I'm bullshitting? Really?
Yep. Again, like God is A or B or C. Which one? Or God is A, B, C.
We're talking about the reference, not God itself. We're talking about the word God.
The word God?
Yes, it can refer to multiple things. That's what I'm saying.
It can refer to multiple things. Okay, like tell me what you refer to when we say God. Are you saying God is my tea in my cup? What do you refer exactly when you say God?
I refer. It depends on the context, but in most cases, I refer to the three things it can mean, because most of the time is that it can mean
What?
substance, it can mean nature, it can mean essence.
What
It can mean
what it
multiple.
means exactly according to you? When you say it can mean this, it can mean this, it can mean this, that doesn't mean it means all those things at the same time.
Again, it's not an exact term. For exact term, we can use substance, nature, essence.
Substance, nature, essence.
Yes, these are fundamental terminologies used in philosophy.
And so
what? That's what I'm saying. This is where your argument failed.
Which argument? Which argument? Like, which argument did I have so far? Zero. And how someone can fail when he doesn't have any fucking arguments?
You said we cannot say logic is God. I disagreed because God is not a rigid designator, and I just proved
Rigid
it.
designator. Like you keep saying
Not
those
God.
two words like next to each other as if you understand what do they mean.
Yeah, you literally just
Then
pasted that.
please explain what does it mean rigid designator.
That it can refer to more than one thing is not just
It
one thing.
refer more than
The
one
word
thing. So
itself.
that's the part that you violate the logic. You're
Dude,
saying
here we
that
go
God
again.
is A, B, C at the
Not
same
God
time.
himself, dude, the word. Please fall.
Fuck the word, man. We're talking about
Dude,
God.
we cannot talk about God without the word. Dude, please fall.
Okay, I think you are not the one who's following here.
Really?
Yeah, and
Really?
I'm really bored.
Don't make excuses, please.
Yep, boring. It's boring, man. Like when you fail the logic.
We can end it if you want. I don't mind. I'm not.
Yep.
You're not forced to talk to me.
Word logic means God to you, but the word God means multiple things to you. Which one exactly? The
It can
word God
refer to
refers to what
multiple things.
exactly?
By
Okay,
definition, it can refer.
when you do that, then you fail the fucking logic. You don't see that.
Because you're not talking about. We're talking about the word, not
You're
what
talking
the
about,
word
yes,
represents.
like that's the problem. So that's why there are many religions. That's why when they say God, when they use the word God, that's why they mean different things. But that doesn't mean each of them believes in the right thing.
Oh, righty
Yeah,
then.
I disagree. We
You
don't follow the same
disagree?
God.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
we don't follow the same God.
That's you don't follow the same God, right?
Yes, the Muslims' God is fake.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you focus on the fucking word, it means many things for many people. This is clear. And that doesn't mean like any of those things refer to something real. Just because you have a fucking word, that doesn't mean it represents something outside.
And I
It
never
doesn't
made
mean that when we say Superman, when we use the word Superman is a word, I
Yes,
mean,
it is.
2 words, but that doesn't mean there's something outside that represents exactly that thing, like as a real thing, so or matching whatever the claim is. No, it doesn't
Wait,
mean. So that's why it's useless to say, oh, but the word. No need to
wait.
keep
So what does Superman
talking about
represent?
the word.
What does Superman represent?
It represents our imagination.
It represents a concept, right?
A concept that we created, and that's why maybe your God is one of them. You should think that.
No. I
No.
mean, you could say that.
Sure, I could say that. Like we have a lot of imaginations, right? So far, we imagine a lot of things, and why
Yeah,
not?
no
God
sure.
cannot be one of them.
Yeah, no sure. You could say everything. You could say that
Sure,
about
not
everything.
everything, but if you say, wait a second, God imagination, is the real one, man. It's outside. Then you have to prove it, and you couldn't.
What did I prove? Can you repeat?
The existence of God, like that was the job, right? That was your job.
Yeah, but we went on tangents to get to it because you don't know grammar. Don't take it personal. You didn't know
Don't
this
know.
terminology. I had to explain it to you. And
Really?
I'm not blaming you. Look,
Who's bringing excuses right now?
I'm not blaming you again. I'm just saying
Uh,
why we went so long.
yeah,
Don't take it so personal.
yeah, like but this is the Philbro um attempts that we always come across. They keep mumbling about the words and many terms, but yet they don't realize that they just claim something without any justification or any evidence. They keep claiming.
So using precise terminologies for defining things is wrong.
Uh, no, but you have to prove that they're real or whatever you're referring has a match in the reality outside. You are failing in that part. So like
I,
just don't use them, just show them. When you keep
I
saying
was gonna get to
unicorn,
that part.
if you don't show me the unicorns, like it doesn't matter how you beautifully say unicorns in your language.
Look, the point is that God can refer to multiple things. You can say that these
Okay,
are
when you
concepts.
say
Okay,
that, when you say that, you just fail the logic.
bro, no, I don't because, as I
Then
said, God is
either
not a
you
rigid
have to
designator.
then you have to accept that God is a fucking composite. That's how you solve your problem.
Again, that is built on the presupposition that God is a
Hmm.
rigid designator. The word God.
You keep
Prove it.
saying rigid designator. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I know. Because
That's why you keep using, and that's why if I speak to you in fucking Chinese right now, and if you say, hey man, stop, I don't understand you. If I say, I know, man, that would be so fucking stupid, right?
well, the thing is, I explained it to you.
And you failed again.
And I failed again. Really?
Sure. Because you immediately said, oh, it can be three things at the same time.
It can refer to the three things at the same time, not be.
Okay, like the refer three things means it can refer to three parts of the God.
Not parts again.
Why not? Why not
Because
parts?
it's not composite.
You don't know that. You claim.
Yes, I do.
Oh, how do you know that? How do you know that? Because God.
Can you let me finish?
I'm listening carefully.
Because in my position, we are debating me, not a Muslim who believes in a composite God. In my view, God is not composite. We can prove it later
Fucking
on.
God, man, come on, like this is like, oh, because this is what I believe. Like, well, what a fucking justification is that? I'm saying, how do you know that? You're saying, oh, this is my belief.
Dude, this is for the reference of the world. Yes. I can prove later on that God is not composite.
Later on, like, but what I'm saying, hey, how do you know it? Your answer is, oh, because I believe in it.
This is about the word, what the word is referring.
My fucking God. I'm not talking about the word. I'm talking about the composite, no, not composite being that you believe. I'm asking, whatever that thing is, I'm not using the word. How do you know that it's not composite? And your answer was, oh, because I believe so.
That was my answer about why the word reference.
I didn't say the word. I'm not using the fuck. Okay, I'm not using the word anymore. You believe that one thing is not composite. How do you know it?
It is impossible for God to be composite.
How do you know that?
Okay, I can justify it if you want, but then we'll switch the topic again.
Oh, really? And you will keep claiming,
We can go
because
there,
you keep speaking about your beliefs. You're presupposing something, and you believe that, oh, it's true. It exists out there, and
Yeah,
zero justification.
This is literally called the transcendental argument for God existence. It's used
No,
by philosophers.
this is just claiming things, man.
Didn't I already explain what transcendental argument is?
No, you didn't. And
yes,
again, like so far, what you are doing, either you're not able to explain the argument, and this is the case, by the way, or you're just claiming things. That's all.
This is what a transcendental argument is.
I'm fucking bored, man. Anyway, Horatio, you can take the mic.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify something. Is God a rigid designator?
No.
No, AI says that terminology would indicate that he was.
Yeah, appeal to authority fallacy. I don't accept it.
Okay, well, there you go. Have fun.
That's why it's all okay. Bye, guys. I mean, you want to end it, right?
I mean, look, the subject was morality. I don't know why you guys are tumbling around with logic.
He switched it up to logic.
Oh, well, logic is description of reality. That's what it's based in. It's based in what we consider to be real. That's all. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. Anyway, what is your view on morality? Is it subjective or objective?
It is objective.
Yeah, and I would say it's subjective. But then I'm not a God believer. I believe in that morality is just a word that sums up everything that we find either offensive or not offensive, acceptable or not acceptable. That's what morality refers to. And how do you arrive at what's acceptable and what's not acceptable? You arrive through consensus. Every individual voices their opinion. Every individual is a subjective source of opinion. You do know that, right? I'm sure you agree with that. That receiving an opinion from humanity is a is a subjective submission from each person, right?
Can you repeat that?
Every person has a subjective opinion on the planet. Everybody's perspective is different from everybody else's.
I get your answer.
So
Yeah,
by definition, it's subjective, right?
everyone has a subjective opinion, but there's only one
Right.
objective truth.
Well, you could say that, but I don't bother with that. All I bother with is consensus. So after you get all of your opinions from your subjective submissions, you see which one amounts to the most. That's
Wait.
going to be the ruling decision. That's
Real
going to be
quick, real
what
quick. You believe that consensus determines truth?
it determines what is going to be considered the way to be or to go or to consider. It's going to be the way. It could be wrong. It's not it doesn't arrive at what's necessarily proper, but that's how morality is arrived at, through consensus. Every country, if you look at it at one country to another, within one country, they think this is a moral way to act, whereas another country is criticizing them. No, it's not. But that's how we work it. Within that country, the consensus rules, or the most fearful powers rule. Sometimes you can have a handful of people dictating the terms of what's right and what's wrong,
Okay,
just out of fear.
Can consensus make a true-false statement about morality?
You already asked me that. A consensus will arrive at what is being considered. This is the way we look at it.
So it doesn't, right?
It doesn't necessarily make anything true.
Doesn't necessarily. Okay. So, can you say that murder is wrong?
Can I say that murder is wrong?
Yeah.
I can say that. I can say that murder is wrong. Murder, murder. Killing someone unjustifiably.
And is it a true or false statement? Is it
I'm
either
sorry?
wrong or is it a true or false statement? Is it right or wrong, or it can be between? And I'm talking about murder, not killing.
We've determined that killing someone for no reason is wrong.
Okay.
Is that your? Let me ask you: is that your opinion as well?
Yes, it is. And if you're
okay, so we agree. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. But how do you justify a claim?
Again, you're like a little kid. What are you running around trying to justify what's obvious?
First off, stop
screaming. It's an opinion. You don't need to. It's a consideration that you make. I don't need to waste time justifying it.
I just asked you, is it a true or false statement? You said yes. How is it an opinion if it's a true or false statement?
It's a true or false statement. You asked me something about, is it a truth? I don't know that it's necessarily a truth. It's just the way that we're going to consider it. We may be wrong, but the consensus says we're doing it this way. That's what morality is. Nothing but a consensus.
So basically, it all boils down to a different definition of morality, a false definition of morality.
You're going to have to speak up when you talk, dude. Stop trailing off.
I'm not a native English speaker, so I'm trying my best. Sorry.
I'm not talking about your expertise at English. I said, don't trail off your voice. I can't hear you. Nothing to do with English.
I was talking about my accent, you too.
But I'm not.
Okay.
I said, don't trail off your voice, so I want to be able to hear you.
What does trail off even mean?
Trail off, like you fade out. You start talking low and soft and quickly. Don't do that. And speak loudly and clearly.
And this is what I mean. This is part of my accent. I'm sorry. I will try my best.
It's got nothing to do with your accent. You're like retarded,
okay, with the way I talk. With the way I talked.
Well, don't do it anymore.
It's not that easy, dude.
Your accent's fine. Everything's fine. Your volume gets low for no reason. Stop doing it. Do you understand?
Yes, but I don't think it's my fault if it's the audio.
Guys, I don't need both of you if you keep like staying on this point. So, morality or God, which one? Choose your pain. And by the way, how the hell he turned the table Harash immediately, and he keeps asking, "Hey, how can you say this is true? Like murder is wrong or blah blah." Like, how did it happen, man? I just went to pee, and
He
now
basically said,
you are trying to justify those things.
he
I
basically
mean, there's
said,
plenty of reasons why we consider murder, killing someone for no reason, is unacceptable. There's plenty of reasons.
basically how we got there is he asked why are we on the topic of rigid designator and stuff. Let's go back to the original topic. That's why we're on morality.
Okay. So
I'm explaining to him why we're on morality because he asked.
okay.
Yep, this is our topic. That's why we're on morality.
So for me, morality is not objective. It's a submission from every subjective individual on the planet because everybody's experience is subjective. Everyone's. So it's by definition going to be a subjective opinion by definition. Now, what do? Well, you look for a consensus because there's going to be overlapping. We are mostly all constructed in similar fashion because we're all human beings.
Wait.
So,
quick question: why do we look for consistency if it doesn't guarantee truth or false?
Oh.
Truth or false, yeah.
Well, you need some sort of system that would seem to be the one. That's why.
Is the best one?
It doesn't necessarily have to be the best, but it's going to be what takes precedent.
Why, if it doesn't guarantee it?
Why doesn't it guarantee that it's the correct one?
Why do we take consensus as a justification if it doesn't guarantee truth?
It's a way of arriving at a disputed consideration. If I have 10 different opinions, but 8 of them are consistent and 2 of them are not, the 8 are going to win. We kind of steal it from the physicality of things. If you have enough water, it'll bust the dam. That was a consensus of the water, busting the dam. This is how it's just a physical property of arriving at what to do. It's not necessarily, there's no truth involved. There's no objective truth to it. There's just a determination of what we're going to do next. That's all.
Wait, there's no, in the statement, I will stand up. There's no truth if I will stand up or not. I don't get it. I didn't understand what your point was.
You don't seem to be happy with consensus determining what we're going to do. You're not happy with that.
Yes, because it's not, because you admit it doesn't necessarily be, it's not necessarily right.
This is correct. I mean, there was a time where the consensus thought the Earth was flat, so they weren't correct, but that was the consensus. And if you're going to argue it, you have to refer to what the abiding belief is. And until you can prove it wrong, that's what we do.
And
what's so difficult about all this?
Thank you. So then we have no reason to choose consensus over truth.
No, you do. If you're going to get anywhere, you're never going to find the truth. So you look for the next best thing. Well, how much agreement do we have here? Well, we have 8 say yes, 2 say no. We're going to go with the 8.
Well, we're never going to get to truth. Is that what you said?
Can you get to truth?
Yeah, we can.
So far, you
All right,
didn't.
so if you can, I
pretend
can.
that you did, but you didn't so far. So now you have consensus. Either you can choose the consensus, or you can say, "Hey, fuck you all. I don't want to choose that." It's up to you.
So then it cannot be universally binding, that consensus.
There's no such a rule that like the rules must be universal or they are universal. That's not the claim here.
So let's give an example. Murder, it cannot be wrong universally.
It cannot be wrong or right. Yeah.
So then it's nothing more than an opinion by your definition.
No, I say it like it's subjective. And that's what we said so far. Horashi also said that it's just like the subjective opinions together, and it's filtered through the consensus, and yeah, people go with it. Either by force or by consent, people go with it.
And yeah, this is why I have a problem that we cannot go by consent because it doesn't necessitate truth.
Again, there's no such a rule, and you are failing to show that it's true or false. Also, you didn't show us any way to say, "Hi, like this is universally or objectively true or false." You couldn't do that, also, and we couldn't do that for thousands of years. That's why people pretend that they have a solution, and they say, "Oh, wait, if it comes from a god, then it's okay, man. Like I all have to follow it. Now it's true or false." Why? Because God said so. But that was a fake solution.
Fake solution?
Yep.
Well, you
They
never heard.
pretended to find a solution or find the truth.
Okay, so let's grant that God doesn't exist. Let's grant it. I don't admit to it. Then still pretending that God exists is better for society because there are no, because someone could commit murder and just say I don't believe murder is wrong and be justified.
Okay, like there are people who believe in God still they murder other people. So then believing in God that doesn't solve the problem, or pretending that the God exists is also not solving any problem here.
They cannot justify themselves by using God.
They cannot justify themselves?
I mean, when you commit murder in a subjective morality worldview, you can justify yourself by saying I believe murder is subjective. But in the worldview of God, you cannot justify yourself by saying murder is not wrong.
Doesn't change the fact that like in both scenarios that they just do the job, right?
But in one scenario, the person is justified.
Justified.
Yeah, the person that commits the murder has justified the murder in his mind. I get it. But he's going to be judged by society, and they're going to look at it and say, no, you weren't, and then punishment is delivered.
Then they're judging him by a higher standard than
well, you're judging him by the consensus of what everybody's thinking. No, we heard all the facts, and you were not justified. It's their standards that they've arrived at. It's not any standard delivered from a god. You never even saw that happen. All you have ever seen is men delivering the message from God. So I don't even know why you go there. God doesn't do anything. He doesn't appear. He doesn't speak. He doesn't do anything. He just you have men delivering the message from God. And you should feel silly about that whole thing.
I should feel silly about it?
You should feel silly that you have men delivering a message from something that doesn't exist. Because you've never seen it, never heard it, never touched it, nothing. You just have men talking. And you should feel silly, yes.
First off, I disagree. We have seen it. I mean, not the essence itself, but the manifestation of the energies.
The what?
The manifestation of the energies of God.
Okay, give me a manifestation that is convincingly God sent.
The Marian apparition in the Coptic Church in Egypt. I can search for exactly what year it is, but it's the most well documented Marian apparition in the world.
I don't know. What you just offered? What?
Basically, Marian apparition means the Virgin Mary appeared supernaturally.
Really?
Yeah, and it's well documented.
How pathetic! How pathetic!
Am I disproving it?
Oh God! Have you? All you have to do is look into the history of your God to realize you're barking up the wrong tree, and that's how shallow your investigation is. Talking about the Virgin Mary, and what you should be looking at is the origins of Yahweh, so that you realize what a joke, what a narrative it is. A narrative like every other narrative that you've rejected.
Please, that's a different topic.
Well, he's offering the Virgin Mary as a substantive example of God reaching out.
Virgin Mary appeared, another claim.
Yeah.
I can prove it, dude. It's well
Ye-
documented. If you
well
just let me search for it,
documented.
Yeah. You're sad,
I
dude.
can actually show you sources if you just let me. It will
You're
take
Sources.
some time.
sad.
Like other
You're
religions, they
sad.
have their own sources. They also documented things.
If you want, I can give you an atheistic source.
Don't bother.
And Egypt,
Atheistic source, really.
Don't
and
bother.
Egypt, by the way, is a Muslim majority country, and it's most of the documentation is by Muslims who don't believe Mary can appear, and they still admit that it's a supernatural. There's no source of that whatsoever.
Thanks me for
Oh
teaching
my
English,
god.
Phil. Wait, were you being sarcastic,
No,
Phil?
no, man. You like
Okay,
you.
okay.
I can show you documentation if you don't believe me.
No, don't bother. No,
That's what I thought.
you're a waste of time.
If it'll be away, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
So you're
quite
basically
sure.
just gonna hand wave it and say I don't accept it.
That's exactly what you saw me do. I hand waved it. That's right.
And
Yeah, you don't know the history of your God, and you're already at the Virgin
really,
Mary.
I don't know.
You're a joke.
Try me.
You're a joke.
Try me.
You don't know that you're just another narrative. That's what you don't know it.
I'm just another narrative. What do you mean by
Just
that?
another narrative. You've rejected every other narrative, right? Zoroastrianism,
You mean the narrative?
Hinduism, Buddhism, you name it, you've
They're
rejected.
false.
Yeah, I know they're false. Yours is not, but theirs is.
Because I think you would agree that objective truth exists, not objective morality, but objective truth.
I don't know what objective truth is. I don't even know
don't
what
know
that
what
would
it is?
look like. Don't even know what that would look like.
Okay, is 1 plus 1 2? Yes. Is it one? Does it equal 2 in every situation, no matter the human opinion? Yes. Then it is objective truth.
Okay, that's fine.
So it
Yeah,
does
yeah.
exist.
Logic can be objective. We try to
That's
make
not
it
logic.
objective.
No, man. One can equal to two, or one can at the same time can equal to three. Why not? It happens in his worldview already.
Well, if you take one and split it, now you got two. If that means anything to
No,
you.
you cannot split, man. Like it's what was the word? Rigid.
Rigid designator.
Yeah, it's a rigid designator. You can't do it, man. And that's why God can be three and one, but not separately. I mean, whatever.
You can make fun of it, but until you prove it, you almost mean nothing.
Yep. No, it's not. Sure, it's fun, but it just fits exactly. Now you're speaking about maths, but when it comes to your God, you're violating everything that you utter here so far. Anyway, so morality couldn't be proven. That comes from a God so far. That means it
Wait.
comes from humans.
We were on objective truth. I asked if he agrees.
Objective truth. So what?
He
That
said
doesn't
he
mean your
don't.
claims are true.
He said he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Well,
what?
I wasn't really talking about numbers. Yeah, I agree with you. 1 plus 1 being 2 is an objective truth. I do agree
So
with that.
objective truth does exist.
In that respect, yeah. In terms
In our
of,
respect.
I mean, you're
Therefore-
constructing a truth. Therefore, it's inevitable that you
No.
will arrive at a truth.
Therefore, Virgin Mary appeared in Egypt. Therefore,
Yeah. Therefore,
that's how it
What?
follows.
That was not my fault. It was on the
Huh.
topic where I reject other religions because I don't believe in subjective truth. That's why I reject them.
And other religions are subjective truth, but Virgin Mary is the objective truth.
Dude,
Really?
what is wrong? How do you come to that conclusion? Listen, please. He asked me why I reject other religions, but not mine. I said
Yeah,
because I believe
why?
in objective truth.
It's not objective truth.
Because I believe in objective truth.
And
Therefore, two contradictory things cannot be true at the same time. And
you
the other
see, now
religion-
you're learning.
religion.
Now you're learning. Very good.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
When did I say that two things? Dude,
You said three things can be the same thing. Three different things can be the same thing. That's what you say. So
But it-
far, many times you said it.
cannot be true cannot be true at the same time. I said it can be referent to them at the same time.
Yeah, word. You're talking about the
Yeah,
word.
that's
Yeah.
what I thought. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Try and disprove me, literally. So you don't think one word can refer to multiple things at the same time? Do you think or do you not?
What about the objective truth? So
Don't switch it up.
which
Don't
one
switch
which
it up.
one
Don't
is
switch it
exactly
up.
the real
I'm
meaning
not gonna
of
let
that
you go.
word?
Not
Let's
gonna
okay.
let you switch.
Which
Stick to it.
one
Stick to it.
of
Stick
those
to it.
meanings
Dude,
is the fucking objective truth?
dude,
Which one? Tell me.
dude, stick to it. Stick to it. Don't
No,
switch up
I'm
again.
sticking. I'm sticking.
No,
Tell
you're
me.
not. You ran
One
away.
word can mean many things.
You
That's
ran away,
true.
dude.
One
Ran
word
away.
can mean fucking
I'm not.
many things. I'm talking about what you're saying, man. Please stop being childish. What you're saying, one word can mean many things. You see, I'm on the spot. Don't try to change that. And okay, what does that mean? You're saying, oh, there's one objective truth. Okay, then that means that one of those can be true. Which one is true? Oh, you're saying, oh, all of them are at the same time true in one thing. Wait a second. No, that's the violation of your logic. Farash, I'm really tired of this guy.
Well, I do want to wrestle with him. So if you give him a voice and he decide to leave, I'll talk to him.
Let's see. Now I'm gonna leave, by the way, very soon.
Yeah.
You're not forced to. You're not forced to talk to me. As I said, we can eat if you want.
What?
Oh.
You're not required to talk with me. We can end it if you want. I'm not taking it personally.
Why are you giving me an obvious option? Why do you think you had to remind me of that? What's the matter with you? I just expressed the inclination to want to talk to you, and suddenly you're confused. I mean, you know what? You're right. You're right. I can't be bothered with you. You're too fucking stupid.
Because I presuppose you.
Never mind, you idiot. Never mind.
Sure, calm down.
He's an idiot.
Okay, keep your opinion to yourself. Sure.
You unguess the wrong person. You unguess him.
You want to be the next or what? Stillion.
What do you mean? What I'm saying, you meant to unset guess me, but you
Meant to? Why the fuck you think that?
did. When he said he wants to talk to me, he wants to talk to me. I presuppose that he was being nice, that he doesn't want me to get offended, that he thinks I'm stupid, and for some reason he got angry with that. I mean, okay, what can I do?
And obviously he wants to offend you.
He wants to.
Okay, you're okay with someone calling you stupid?
I mean, I'm not, but what can I do?
I mean, you can do a lot of things.
And which one of them is worth it trying?
It's up to you, man. Like, I'm not the one who's gonna decide it for you. But anyway, he's gone. So, hey, Dart, you're back. Welcome back. We have Invictus, and we have Eggat. Hey, Eggat, I didn't welcome you. I'm sorry. We were on a hot topic. Today it's morality, but still, it's all about God. Sure, it's for purpose because that's my favorite topic.
Just before I go, I have one question. Were you raised an atheist, or did you become one eventually?
I was a Muslim before, then I became an atheist.
I understand why you became an atheist.
You understand why I became... I don't think you understand that.
Yes, I do, because if I was born a Muslim, I would have probably ended up atheist.
Okay,
at some point. I was gonna probably die Christian, but I don't blame you for leaving Islam.
Please. Okay, this is you're another assumption about another subject, my friend. Maybe you should keep your assumptions to only yourself, because you're not able to prove any of them so far.
Well, what assumption did I make?
Never mind.
That's what I thought.
Never mind. So, what are the reasons that I left Islam are the same reasons why I don't accept other religions. So the same reasons apply for Christianity, for Hinduism, and for other religions also. So if someone becomes an atheist from the Christianity, I think you would say the same things, right?
No.
I know why you left Christianity. I mean, I can understand. I don't blame you. You should say that, right?
Because the Quran and the Bible say, oh, well, complete different things about God.
Complete different things.
Yeah, I can prove it.
Yeah.
Completely different. I mean, story.
Okay. It doesn't make your religion is true. So
I
either
know,
your
but
religion is true, the other one, or both of them are false. Probably, like, it's
you're,
the
you're,
last option.
what I'm saying is you're much more you're wait, you're way more justified leaving Islam than leaving Christianity. That's my point.
Really? Why?
Because have you even read the Quran? I mean, I haven't, but I know what it
Yeah.
teaches.
I don't think you read the Bible too.
I'm not the whole of it. It's a long book, but most of it.
Okay. So maybe you should read the most of it. Then I'm not gonna blame you when you leave Christianity. Promise.
Just because I haven't read it doesn't mean I don't know what it teaches.
You don't know, seemingly, like you don't understand that, like it's just claiming a lot of things without
Really?
proving any of those claims. You don't realize that, and then
Are
you just pretending, like copy pasting the behavior of those books. You keep claiming things without proving those things.
you have a wrong presupposition. The Bible is not a philosophy book.
What?
The Bible is not. It's not a book meant to prove God's existence.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
then why the hell you accept the claims? That there are claims in the Bible, right? God exists is not the claim in the Bible.
Because I'm not a Protestant. I don't believe in sola
What?
scriptura.
What?
Basically, the Bible is not my only authority.
Okay, so Bible is useless by itself, right?
No, that's not what I
What do you
said.
mean no? So if you cannot prove the claims of the Bible by itself, if you need other things to prove those claims, so then what's the importance of the book?
Because there are things in the Bible uh, that are not found anywhere else. Not found,
Really?
but it-
So
yeah,
that means
I was
God
talking about
exists?
my authorities. Basically, I have a couple of authorities, but you can boil them down to two: church authority and Bible. And yes, I do believe church authority is infallible.
As I said, many assumptions.
Again, it's not an assumption; it's just an authority. I am not arguing for it. I'm just telling you.
Authorities which are not proving the claims. Yep.
They are.
They are not.
I mean, you could say that, but
They are not. They try, they fail.
do you even follow how he got there? Talking about authorities, because you said the Bible. If I read the Bible, I would be atheist. I said the Bible is not supposed to be the proof for God's existence.
Okay. And you think that Muslims believe in the Quran just only with the Quran or because of the Quran?
They think the Quran is their only infallible authority. Yeah, I don't think that. And
Only authority? Come on,
only
they don't even
infallible
follow.
authority. Listen, only infallible authority.
Infallible.
Yeah.
So what?
What do you mean? So what? I just explained to you.
Uh-huh. And they don't use other things to believe in that thing?
Not use other things. You please listen.
They use, man.
They don't have an external infallible authority.
Infallible.
Yes, infallible. I can repeat it four times.
They claim Hadith is infallible too. They believe that Hadith explains the Quran. There's some of them even like Quran is meaningless without Hadith.
Yes, but I don't believe the Hadith itself is infallible.
What?
Do you think they do? Can you show me a source?
And they also, I mean, like if someone says that Quran is useless without Hadith, so what does that mean?
That doesn't mean that Hadith is infallible.
That doesn't mean that the Quran is infallible.
They believe it is.
No, not when you say they, you mean some people, and you ignore some other people.
By
So,
they, I refer to the Muslim position.
Have you heard about no true Scotsman fallacy?
By they, I refer. Yes, I have, but by they, I refer to the Muslim position.
Muslim position, okay, the true Muslim position, right?
Not the true, the universal
Muslim
Muslim
position.
The universal Muslim position.
The universal, yeah. No, like again, like I'm gonna remind you that the fallacy. You remember the name?
Yeah, not true Scotsman.
Okay, good, very good. So who's gonna decide that the true Muslim position?
Nope.
Yeah,
Because
there's no such a thing.
Because there's only one Muslim position, the others can be just qualified as opinions.
One. Okay.
Oh, do you think there are more? I mean, I'm
sure,
talking about
many.
Sunni Muslim, not Shia.
There are many Muslims.
About the Quran. I'm not talking about opinions, I'm talking about position. Universal position.
Universal position.
I'm qualifying on my statement, dude. It's not fallacy.
Yeah, it's not. It's not, man. You're a perfect logician so far.
I mean, I'm not the one who didn't know basic terminology. So.
Yeah, you are the one who couldn't explain any of those things without assuming just assuming things, and you're the only one who knows all the fucking terminology, but who cannot run the logic. So yeah, congratulations.
I needed to assume things to say the terminology.
But in the end of the day, you assumed like all those things, not the terminology. Like your statements are just assumptions. And
okay,
your conclusion also assumption or product of your assumptions.
What did they assume by the statement God is not a rigid designator? The term God, not God itself, not himself.
God? Oh my fucking God.
That's why I told you.
You keep talking about the words because you fail when it comes to God.
I keep talking
about the word because you keep hiding behind the fucking terms because you think that it's gonna save you, my Phil brother.
No, because that's how we define things.
No, that's how you hide behind the terminology.
Prove it.
Yeah, I proved, man. Like in the end of the day, you don't have any fucking good argument that proves your claims.
You just switched up again.
Yeah, like again, you failed. You tried. You failed.
Yeah,
in the end of the day, you just assume that there must be a God. There must be a God. That's not an argument, man.
You're just full of blitzing right now.
There must be a God is not an argument.
Yesterday's literally called a transcendental argument. I know you have absolutely no idea what this is, and you
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally know you don't. Because if you did, you would know it is called a transcendental argument.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, man. You're completely true, man. You're objectively true.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, people, they are gently silent. Invictus, I don't know, he enjoys or not. So the people, it's nearly 4 hours we're streaming. Thanks for being here. And Wooden Sun, like you didn't tell us what was the problem with Blitz. And what another thing here that we should say. Oh, we have lost Julie long time ago. Probably she got bored. And I see new people. Probably it's because many people couldn't watch Blitz. I'm so sorry about that. So, okay, what was your name? Stillian, anything to say?
Well, bye. I mean, respectful. We had a respectful conversation at least with you, not with the other guy.
Like, you can't imagine without me. You can try, and then come and tell me your experience.
What do you mean?
Just try it once.
Try once what?
Talking to him without me.
And what do you mean by he's gonna be mean? Or?
Just try, man.
No, thanks.
Okay.
I mean, you know them by the...
This is for your health. Anyway, people, thanks for being here. And yeah, tomorrow, I'm not promised, but most likely I'm going to be here. And maybe not morality, maybe another topic, but sure, related to God. So, and moderators, thank you so much, all of you, one by one. Dark Gently, Phantom, Paul, Chixie. I see Okeanos here. Thank you so much. Vodensan, thank you so much. Phantom, one more time. Robin, thank you so much. Wildby, thanks for being here. Dave, thank you so much for being here. Kelly, thanks for being here. Bert Russell, thank you so much for being here. And Scam Chan, thank you, man. Thanks for being here. Ricky Hits, you're hitting, man. Thanks for being here. DNA, thank you so much for being here. And Joan was here. I didn't welcome you. Sorry, I was busy. I'm also busy in the background. Yeah, that's an excuse. I'm sorry. But let's check quickly. The other people. Moon Shoes. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. And Isa, that's Isa Sacular. This is your second time here, I believe. Welcome. Lickit 826. Thanks for being here. Okay. These are all I can catch in the chat. And for that, oh, Wabcon. I'm sorry, man. D20. Yep. Probably there are other people too. The joke. Eris Wild. Sorry. Thanks for being here also. Ega, thanks for being here. And what was your name? Stillion Spasso. Thanks, man, for being here. Yeah. I mean, you're a nice person. And that's enough for all of us. Rest of it, we can forgive everything.
Thank you for remaining respectful. Thank you. I mean, for at least you're trying to have these conversations. Most atheists just hand wave it, so I'm appreciated for that.
Thanks for the appreciation also. So yeah, well, we are here, man. You can catch us later on.
Okay,
we
bye.
Keep being here. Bye bye. And bye bye YouTube one more time. Bye bye Free for Talk.